How was that for a nice change of pace? Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, DeAndre.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages. And the more you know, the more you learn, the better you become. And sometimes the wrong hole just is never the right hole.
I don't know, man. That song, Wrong Hole, has a really interesting ending. We'll get back to that at the end of the show tonight. Yeah, different type of show. That man chuckling in the background is the last standing Samoan, Big Rig, Nick Utam.
Just remember, the more you know nothing.
Yeah.
And finally, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
If for some reason you fell for a story on the internet today, that shit's on you.
Here is my favorite April Fool's joke of the day.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Thanks, George. So, folks, we are back. Tonight is episode 258 of World Class Bullshitters. Yes, it's been a lot of episodes. There's going to be a lot more, so strap in. Tonight's going to be a fun one. We're going to be celebrating an anniversary. We're going to be asking you guys some questions. We're going to be reaching a new milestone. All sorts of awesome things are happening tonight. Now, folks, we don't have a lot of April Fool's jokes planned, so these topics aren't made up. So don't expect like, oh my God, the guy's got this one they're waiting on us for. Just watch the show. It's been a really shitty couple of days. I don't know if anyone follows on Twitter, but I didn't have high council this week. Why? Because our ridiculous property manager is trying to kick us out of the building, and it's not a rent issue. It's all this other bullshit. So I had to deal with a lawyer and all this crap. So the channel's been a little slow this week, and that is why. So folks, go back, check out our old videos, hit the thumbs up button tonight, and, help us get the word out there. It's been a rough couple of days, so we're going to use tonight's show to kind of pick up the morale here at the WCBS headquarters as we look for a new location. Now, over on Patreon, I dropped
Buffalo Jeffries, Midnight Moon.
So that's over on Patreon. Yeah, whole book. To your liking or not. Anyway, long story short, folks, I need recommendations. We need recommendations for the next Buffalo Jeff book. So tonight, send in your recommendations. I'm going to try to put out, starting, if a book can come by this weekend, I'd like to put out a Buffalo Jeff each week. It's a lot of fun, and it's a way to make my best friend.
Should we get some Dr. Seuss for you to read as Buffalo Jeff? Should we do that?
Do me a favor, folks. Send me to the P.O. Box those banished Doctor Who or Dr. Seuss books, and I will read those as Buffalo Jeff. That's what I really want to happen. How do we stick it in the face of fucking stupid political correctness and all this crap, and also this giant picture of Kendo? We send the banned Dr. Seuss books. Listen to those words. Banned Dr. Seuss books. It's 2021, not 1984. Dr. Seuss should not be banned. He should not be put on a list of books that are not appropriate for children.
What?
Yeah, the drawings, the wording, all this other stuff. Look,
What?
the books are from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. Some of them are.
What?
We live in a stupid world. Yeah, I need a beer too.
I agree. I mean,
There
what
we
better
go.
way
Fuck
to stick
yeah.
it? What better way to stick it to the woke culture than getting a man books to read in a voice too scary black fella?
Yes. That sounds like America, Kendo. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, Santa's husband. I'll get that one right now.
Please do.
Oh, also, actually, I'm going to show something on air. Speaking of stuff, these are here. Boom, stealing Solo the hat.
Ooh.
I know, right? I'll make it bigger. That's cool. But yeah, folks.
Now we need is stealing Solo the flamethrower.
Well, stealing Solo the shirt is on its way.
Talk to Musk and ask his buddy the Boring Company if we can get some, that contact on flamethrowers.
I need a stealing Solo the insurance policy.
Don't do that. They'll call you every day until you die.
Yeah. Do you have enough for your home, life, and auto? Stealing Solo the insurance policy.
I got an idea. Why don't you know what you do to prank call people?
Hello, I'm calling to see if your car warranty is still in order.
I am not attached to that shit.
For some reason, Dion's the only person on the call list.
Right. We keep hitting refresh, but it's only his fucking number. It's the craziest thing.
Oh my god. Well, Jeff, you need
Mike from Michigan.
Jeff, you need to make a Cameo account so people can request things for you to say in that voice.
Oh yeah, I am definitely going to be doing a Cameo account, folks. Like I said, this week has been dog shit, so I sound a little disinterested or whatever. But I was up for 6 hours straight yesterday, or whatever. We didn't sleep for a whole day, so it's kind of one of those weird like cycles. Yeah, it's that time of the month. So folks over there on Patreon is Buffalo Jeff, the Nightmare Fuel. So tonight we're also going to be celebrating a little bit. We've hit a new milestone, 170,000 subscribers. We hit that earlier this week, and the way things are going, we'll probably be at 171 by tomorrow. So let's enjoy 170 while it's here. Guys, it's 2020 sucked ass.
It did.
Like, I know everyone's like, "Oh, it sucked for this and that." No, it just sucked across the board, even for us. It was it's a pretty dog shit.
Yeah, because we were gonna meet up like 10 times, last year and everything. Nope, just
goose egg.
No. Yeah,
0. So, last week we had a super chat that rolled in at the very last minute from Up the Ass Franklin that said, "Will I be thanked in the liner notes?" He's asking about stealing Solo. Because last week on the show, folks, we hit the 100% funding goal. So that was a lot of fun. Now, tonight we have one goal. One singular goal. And then tonight will be a success. You know what that singular goal is, guys? We need to move one copy of the book, and then the next magnet is unlocked. So yeah, we have 699 backers, folks. Uno mas, and we're at 700. Ein mehr, if you speak German. I do. So yeah, there we go. I'm sure this will happen. Then Jesse Milestone, the magnet, will be out for everyone. It'll be a free thing, a free promo bonus for everyone who backs the project. So thank you, folks. Dion, I need sleep, bro.
Just shorten and call it a promise.
A promise?
Yeah. Promo bonus.
A bonus? That's not what that sounds like. That sounds the exact opposite. That sounds like some invasive procedure level shit.
It sounds like anus, just say it.
Yeah, it sounds like stuff's going in your butt.
So,
which is, if you're into, that's cool. Sometimes you want to spice things up, but a pronus is like, yo, keep your pronus away from my prostate.
A pronus sounds something that you get when you turn 42 immediately. It's like every year from then on.
It's kind of like a prostate exam, but a little bit more fun, a little bit more spicy.
It's from both ends though. It's from both ends. They mean
Spiro style.
Take a glove off and we get crazy.
So, guys, you are the best setup men in history, and you don't even know it yet, because all this talking about inserting and holes and spit roasting and double teaming is perfect for tonight's word game. So last week, we gave some love to all the testicles on the planet because we said the word testicle enough to cover every fucking thing on the planet. This week, we're going to give some love to the ladies. So replace one word in the movie title with vagina, post results below. That's how this is an equal opportunity environment. So, folks, it was testicles last week. It's vagina tonight.
Back to the vagina.
Oh God, great Scott. Vagina.
It's the start of the traveling vaginas.
Ooh, that sounds like
Star Trek 2, Wrath of Vagina.
I can't. Okay, you've seen Zach and Mir make a porno with me about a dozen times. The Wrath of 2, or the Wrath, was it Star Cunt or whatever? Starfuck 4, the parody one, the sex parodies.
Yeah.
The Wrath of Cunt. It's like Cocoon. How is old people doing it sexy?
Vaginas on the plane.
Oh, but
Yep. That's a good one. Rambo, First Vagina. I mean, First Blood also fits too.
How about Vagina First Blood?
Yeah.
Vagina Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Dude, that actually should be like the name, like back in junior high when they made you watch those videos about, do you have hair in places you didn't before? That should be like the name of the one for like when they had to separate the boys and the girls in different rooms. That's the one for the girls. It should just be called Vagina First Blood. And then it could be Sylvester Stallone. And he said, "It's like, yo, so like your body's like going through changes and stuff. Just ask Adrian."
Dude, there's a short list of people
Gwyneth
who
Paltrow.
should never get a chance, and Sylvester Stallone is on that short fucking list. I can't imagine what that motherfucker would say to a bunch of fucking preteen young ladies.
Hey, Dion, you don't have to wait much longer, Kendo. You want to make this into a segment on Patreon?
Does a pig's pussy bet its heads, Jeff?
Yes, it does. All right, so I guess
I for one think that sex ed videos with hosted by Sylvester Stallone is a great idea.
God. I have a whole box full of them we need to watch whenever we get together. They're fucking hilarious.
Well, Jesse says that Vagina First Blood sounds like Gwyneth Paltrow's next candle from Goop. So,
That's gonna be the next one to explode on somebody's face.
If you guys are in LA, she could fucking catch wind of that. She'd be like, "That's a great fucking idea."
If I catch wind of it, I might puke.
It'll go right next to my cum pops. Like, whoa, Gwyneth, back up.
If anybody has semen flavored candy, I mean,
right. If we're betting men, Gwyneth is on that. That's another short list that crazy woman is on.
There is no list that I want to share with her.
Enter the
Even
vagina.
if we're on the same list for the list for the same restaurant.
Doctor Strange vagina.
Oh, dude, the vagina chat has gone nuts.
Yeah. You would expect it to.
You would expect. I mean, it's this community. Vaginas explode here all the time. I mean, wait, no, sorry, that's a uterus. Anna's uterus explodes for Henry Cavill. Sorry.
She needs a rubber protecting pad on her chair. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be such an awkward. Like, yeah, let's go see a movie, and like it's just a trailer for the next movie. You just hear someone shuffling in their seat, and you look over, and you're just like, God, I swear to God, Anna, if you nut in that chair during the preview. She's like, no, I didn't. I swear I didn't. You're like, Anna, please.
It's the Snyder cut. Give her a break.
Yeah.
3 hours of.
It's 4, bro. If it's 3, anybody can handle it. Anybody can wait for that 4th hour.
You would think the exploding uterus, well, both parts actually would be extremely counterproductive to what she's trying to hope to achieve with that man.
Or extremely productive in what she's trying to achieve.
Yeah.
She's trying to get that Super Saiyan level nut. She's just trying to. Vegeta, you just hear a small voice screaming. God damn it, Anna!
She's trying to go watch.
Wiggly Wiggly.
She's trying to go 9,000.
Yeah, I'm trying. Her nut is over 9,000. Ow,
You
Anna!
watched too much anime this week, bro.
Yeah.
I know the amount is none, but that's still too much for you to quote. So pull it back even more. I want you to forget what you've watched.
Listen, sometimes you gotta spice it up. Sometimes you click a little bit too far to the right in your list of selections on Pornhub, and sometimes you find yourself watching that Teen Titans thing again. And you're like, how did I get here? And in the back of your mind, I know how I got here.
A fistful of vagina.
Let me read a few of these super chats so we can get caught up with the vagina talk, because this is going to be one of those shows, folks. Somebody in the chat, keep account of how many times we have said the word.
And take a shot for every time.
Swinging Cod's in the chat. He should take a shot every time we say the word vagina. You won't survive. All right, Cesario Japan. I usually read these in order, but you fucking win. The vagina monologues. Wait.
That was good.
Oh, thank you, Cesario Japan. What the hell would a vagina log be? Anyway, moving on.
I mean, I think we all know.
Yeah,
Pretty sure they sell creams for that.
Yeah. So does Omaha Steaks. There's delicious. So Joseph Bianowicz, thank you very much. He sends in a $10 super chat sticker. So Joseph, thank you very much. Swinging Cod also says, thank HBO Max for giving you Knuckle Chucks a reprieve. Unfortunately, it also gives me time to get my tax return. ... So Swinging Cod, thank you very much. In questions, I don't know what's coming, but we might not make it through Mortal Kombat, boys.
By
Now,
the gods.
SH Rebels asks, I'm in your head, Dion. That was a super chat, bro. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm sure you're fucking sorry.
Hey, look at the funny thing is, this is like torture now. Free beer and food and hotels and look, it'll be made up to you 10 times over. Trust me.
Yeah. Once again,
I'm gonna start requiring direct fucking deposits.
Your ass is gonna be flown first class one of these days for this shit.
That is the minimum.
I know.
The minimum for Buffalo fucking Bill Jeff fucking whispering in my goddamn ear.
Dude, I may torture the shit out of you and no other friends.
wait, can we remix Silence of the Lambs and make Jeff Buffalo Bill and then make Dion Clarice?
That's
Can we
even
do that?
more time.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
A gigantic half black Buffalo Bill. fucking just a humongous Buffalo Bill fucking be like, oh, would you fuck me? Like, dude, I'm scared to answer the question in general.
Can I be Anthony?
You talk like that.
Yeah, why not, dude?
You can be anyone you want.
Score.
Well, guys, as we know, one of our high-end goals, our final stretch goal for Stealing Solo is the WCBS short film, and now we are even closer because we have 703 backers. So thank you, folks.
Oh,
We reached our
shit,
goal for the
son.
night.
Bingo, bongo, bongo.
I'll have to drop the image later on. We'll have the Jessie Milestone magnet will be added to your collection. She joined Cecil the Hutt, Mecha Random, and now Mauler.
Good company.
And good company. And speaking of company, you have a great show planned for tonight with a couple ladies in our community, correct?
I do. We're making up the matriarchy since we had to cancel it yesterday because of cunts being cunts. We're doing it tonight after the WCS podcast with Mary Mayhem and Mandy Summers.
So what you're telling me is tonight's word game is perfect for your show.
That's right. It's the Vagina Show, so keep playing your Vagina game over on the matriarchy later on. We love vaginas. There'll be 3 of them over there. Minimum.
3 minimum. Wow.
Minimum.
A minimum guarantee, folks.
I will be bringing no other vaginas but my own.
Is that like a 2-drink minimum? It's a 3 vagina minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, the matriarchy actually has a 2 vagina minimum on it.
Oh.
Somebody just tuned in and they're extremely confused by what's happening.
Or concerned by what's happened to the show.
Or they're listening right now and being like, I'm not turning the dial. We're doing this right now.
2 vagina minimum, I'm sold.
That's
should
the
be a
part we're
shirt.
going to. I'm telling the Uber driver to just keep driving past.
Yep.
That just should be a WCBS thing that you guys just have a 2 vagina minimum.
A 2 vagina minimum. That's
What
our
does that mean?
t-shirt.
Don't ever explain that. Just 2 vagina minimum.
Or you'll get honey dicked.
Yeah.
Well, that phrase fits better than ever before in that market.
Yeah, it really does.
So, let's get back to the vagina talk.
Yeah.
It's a good night when you're getting back to the vagina talk.
The weirdest part is I was on the phone with my mom and she's like, I might listen to your show tonight. I'm like, okay. Hey, Mom, if you're out there, sorry.
Yeah.
Private
So
school.
this is what you guys do on Thursdays.
I mean, she used to be kind of awake when we would record the podcast back in the day, so she probably would hear me laugh, and she's like, Dion's crazy.
which is usually a common response to my bullshit.
I feel like she could have figured that one out in her sleep too, though.
She did. This is before she had met him, though. So, well, no, she had met him once before, because Dion and my mom first met in 2014.
Yep, we're down for Wrestlemania.
Yeah, we had some delicious food. Dude, by the way, folks, tonight, at the end of the show, we're going to be celebrating. Tonight is the 20th anniversary of WrestleMania 17. What is arguably...
Houston, there's a problem.
There ain't going to be a problem tonight, buddy, because we're going to be talking about the greatest show in history. That's how we're going to go off the air. Now, folks, to keep you guys excited, we have a couple of things. Kendo.
Yeah.
Of all the numbers of our buttons, your favorite is probably 5 for Walker told me I have Mortal Kombat, correct?
Correct, sir.
I am going to play this one early because I know you're going to fucking love it. You ready?
I believe I am.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, son of a bitch!
Yes.
I knew.
That in my life. Fuck yeah.
That's how we're going to
Oh,
celebrate
that's just-
WrestleMania 17 by watching clips from 1999.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so good. Who's
Oh my god.
It's me, Austin. Oh, son of a bitch. Da-da-da.
there are so many layers to that joke that it's just fantastic.
So
I mean, the who's that Pokemon things that they've done so much with, like John Cena ones are even better. It's just like, out of nowhere, it just fucks with you. But at the same time, that was like the culmination of what was supposed to be one of the best angles that they've ever had. And somehow or another, they just shoehorn in the last second. I was just Vince McMahon fucking with Steve Austin the whole time. You know, it's been going on for years. It's like, well, I mean, JR's response is exactly what most of us were thinking. And not because it's like, oh, that son of a bitch got us. It's like, oh, God damn it. Really? Really? This is what the build-up's been to for fucking Vince McMahon just to be dicking with Steve Austin again? Wait, he had his daughter get kidnapped and possibly murdered by The Undertaker just to get back at Steve Austin? Wow. This makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, now WWE's at the cock, so it should be awesome from now on.
Dude,
that's the gift that keeps on giving, because we were so right in our predictions.
Mm-hmm. Let me pull up the image real quick while I'm tweeting something out. The success. Last week, folks, we talked about the Nation of Domination DX blackface angle, which is one of the best parodies in wrestling history. And yeah, I'm going on record to say it with the other guys too. It's a great segment. We covered it in depth, talking about why it's racially important today, because you don't just sweep shit under the rug. This is important to talk about. It's 22 years ago. The world is a different place. Instead of acting like it was never like this, we just go back and go, oh shit, things were different back then. But for God's sakes, don't try to wipe it out like it never happened. That's not right, because you can't erase history. That's just not how it works.
And again, like we said the grander point that we were all making, one of which was, you can't just take away the conversation. You can't just make it to where it's like, hey, we're not going to show it, so we don't need to talk about it, and everybody's fine. And Hunter Hearst Helmsley, aka Paul Levesque, is a great guy, and his family is a great guy, and they've never said anything or done anything cringy, or they've never done anything worth learning from. And now we don't have to have that conversation, and now we can pretend that the 90s was like a utopia and like nothing ever happened, and then wrestling as in itself was just this thing at all times, and kids were always able to come and watch and think that it was cool, and they were all able to be a stars and all this bullshit. Like, no, like part of the appeal was that it was so, partially cringy, but it was still hilarious, and it's a perfect time capsule of the fucking late 90s, man.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, and part of the reason why you learn what to do, what not to do, jokes to make, is because you do things that push the limits, So to take away the conversation at all just because NBC, we don't want to have any people with makeup on that they were supposed to be black is the joke. Like, whoa, we can still have a conversation about shit. So that's the other thing is, let's just pretend it didn't happen. Like, fuck, okay, so someone's gonna do it again. If you don't have this on there. So, but it's all good. It's all good. Fuck them. I mean, when this fails, they're going to have surprise Pikachu face. We're going to say, we fucking told you it was us, Austin, you dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It really was.
I do love it though, in the regards of the fact that so the reason why China didn't get in the Hall of Fame for a long time is because Triple H was like, it's one of those things like, what happens if kids Google China on the internet and what they'll find? If kids were to Google Triple H, one of the head people of WWE, the person that very well could be running the company someday, you could find him not only doing blackface, but also committing necrophilia. So it's like,
yes.
let's step outside of this glass house before we start throwing stones. I get it.
Yeah.
And the woman who he is married to now, one of the biggest storylines of his career was that he drugged her and married her while she was passed out. So if protecting children from Google is our mission here at the WWE at the Titan Towers, then you should probably just fire that dude, because there's like 15 things that he's in that it's like, is this a good idea? And it's always funny watching him talk about it, and he clearly just wants to be like, it was a different time. I have, I'm clearly not racist. I think it's pretty clear it's not racist, but he's just like, well, it wasn't a great idea, so it's always funny watching him dance around it now. It's like, you guys could just avoid all this shit, have a bit of a spine, stand up tall, be like, hey, we're not going to do it tomorrow, but it's shit that we did. It's shit that we did, and it was enjoyed at the time. Like, are we going to call all the wrestling fans in the arena that night that watched him drug Stephanie McMahon, sexual assault apologists? No, because it's fucking wrestling, and we do crazy fucking shit in this sport.
Yeah.
We're aware of the grain of salt in which you are to take wrestling storylines.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just hilarious how like even them, they want to stand on the soapbox and preach. It's like, no, you shouldn't stand on that soapbox. That soapbox should be burning underneath your feet. Come the fuck on now. Like,
right?
Yeah, it's just like we know you're sorry for the things you did in the past. So I'm glad you've learned from them. So don't do them now or ever.
Right,
so
yeah, don't do them tomorrow. Like, don't have Vince McMahon drop the N-bomb. Like, as long as we can come to that agreement, then we're good. Leave it on there. So Vince has a reminder not to do that shit. And so fans can all be like, okay, so when this company tries to tell me what I should do in my life, in my home, I can always be like, hey, remember that time that your owner dropped the N-bomb to a white dude with the black dude and his wife standing right there? That was fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't take away the conversation that we're allowed to have as adults.
Yeah. Remember when the lady that's or the lady that's in charge of the company's husband went and banged a corpse? That was for good days.
Oh shit, man.
Sorry for that, folks. Sorry for that vagina-free tangent. We need to get back on track because
the Vagina Squad.
Yeah, the Vagina Squad. You guys can look at the Vagina Squad right here, or the Suicide Vagina. That sounds like a much more interesting.
The Suicide Vagina.
That sounds like a Robert Rodriguez movie.
Yeah, I think it sounds like the sequel to Teeth, personally. But
yeah, it does. Yeah, Teeth 2, the Suicide Vagina.
God, no. So this trailer surprised me. We talked about it on After Hours, but I don't think we talked about it on the show at all since it's dropped. After the Snyder Cut, we reviewed it. We don't need to talk about it anymore. If this is a DC movie, this is the next DC movie, I'm kind of okay with it. This looks cool. It's hard to shit on this trailer because you have to be looking for something. This is one of those trailers where it's like either the humor's for you or you just kind of move on. But it's not one of these it's not Ghostbusters 2016 where it's full of garbage. It's full of unfunny jokes, identity politics, and shit. It's just like Guardians of the Galaxy with an R rating and even more juvenile sense of humor. So I think it looks fun. And I don't really have anything to qualify it with. James Gunn hasn't made movies I hate.
Yeah.
Like the other thing I said in our hangover segment is like, I wanted to hate it, but I couldn't. It's actually it looks really funny and hilarious. So it looks good.
Listen, I got bamboozled with the first Suicide Squad. That first trailer I thought was really fucking cool. So I'm still cautiously optimistic. But again, it did look really good. I'm in that same spot I was when the first trailer for the first one dropped out. I'm just like, okay, I'll go. I'm going. Other than that, we'll see when the other fucking shoe drops. But even, they actually got like the sense of the Suicide Squad a lot fucking better. I just love how they refuse to acknowledge it's a sequel. So they're trying to hope people that forget about the fucking first one, which is incredibly hilarious.
I mean, I easily can forget about the first one because it is the worst. Did I go on record and say that BVS is worse than that? Because
yes.
Yeah, you did.
Then I have to stand by that. But this movie's fucking garbage. The original one's garbage. Like I'll never watch it again.
Yeah, it's really fucking bad. But hey, we'll see with this one. John's hilarious. They actually show like dudes getting fucking eaten by King Shark. That's fucking awesome. So and then listen, man, I'm the fact that it's actually rated R. It's like, see, this is what you should have done in the first place. It's like, all right, this is a nice welcome back for that old fucking knucklehead James Gunn, man. So I'm definitely willing to give this one a fucking shot. Yes, that is your hand.
If this makes $1 billion, I bet Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is a little raunchier than usual.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, well, within reason, I'm sure.
Well, listen, I would laugh my ass off if this even does close to $1 billion, even if it's on the shorter end, to watch the dick measuring contest that Marvel's going to do in response is going to be fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for that. That little arms race is going to be, as a fan, the potential is going to be very fun. But I cannot wait to be like Marvel to be like, listen, fuck that dude. Yeah, we fired him. He fucked up. Make Guardians of the Galaxy raunchy. Make it close to the fucking PG-14. And it's like, okay, guys, let's see where we can go with this.
Oh shit, we can't put this on Nickelodeon. No Go-Gurt snacks today. John
oh man. But put out another rerun of Legends of the Hidden Temple because the kids are gonna fucking be going to bed after this one.
Oh, they'll never find it. Those blue barracudas suck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now, I don't really think this will make that much money, but what I want is for them to have like this superheroes arms race for these funny, raunchy superhero movies to like try to one up each other. So more studios just try to make them, and then it just kills the whole superhero.
Well, here's
I mean,
the
you
thing
know
about
that's gonna
that is,
happen anyway.
oh yeah,
right?
yeah. And the thing about that. The thing is, like, if DC keeps making the R-rated, raunchy superhero movie, Marvel will be really hesitant to try. They're gonna be super hesitant to try because I mean they might bank on like fucking Deadpool or something to be that thing, and then they might fuck it up. So then it'll be it'll just look bad on them.
They're gonna have to. I mean, like I said, the biggest factor in this whole thing is fucking Joker. The fact that Joker was rated R and that shit made $1 billion. I honestly believe that Suicide Squad has a shot. I'm not gonna bet my 401k on the shit, but it has.
But you will bet your hedge.
I will bet. I will hedge my hedges on this bet. That yes, I think that we definitely need to consider that it might get close, man. I mean, again, Joker is still pretty fresh, especially after that bullshit with Jared Leto pretending that he's an actor again. But
I forgot he's a thing.
Yeah. So and if it's good, Joker got famous. Word of mouth got around real fucking fast with the Joker, and if Suicide Squad can keep that momentum up, I mean, we can see it getting pretty fucking close now, because especially people in the motherfucking chat, not one single one of y'all motherfuckers said the Joker was gonna make $1 billion, and it did. So don't be so quick to be jumping on Uncle Dion here, because if the shit happens, I'm gonna brag my ass off.
Well,
know that.
HBO, it's going to be on HBO Max, which will probably kill it, sadly. But I mean, King Kong Godzilla is on HBO Max. And people are going
just about to say King Kong Godzilla, because they're probably going to incorporate the theatrical release, and it did the best of post coronavirus with like 10 million or whatever over the weekend, So and again, yeah, I mean, Godzilla versus Kong is another good indicator that this could be still one of the best. Performances of the year, man. It's very possible. Very possible.
So, God, there's so many vaginas here. So Charles W. Jansen II asks, what about Dr. Seuss book about buffalo chips are frisbees? What? Is that real?
Is that like did you have a stroke while you were typing that, or?
Yeah. You could use them that way.
Yeah, cow
Yeah.
frisbee. That's chipchuckers.com.
Huh.
I can't believe I'm here. Soarin' High Trading Company, home of chip chuckers. Howdy, partner. Welcome to Soarin' High Trading Company. It's literally a turd-shaped frisbee. Nope.
I was gonna say chip chucker sounds like a racial slur.
It sounds not too nice.
Yeah.
I know if I was called one of those.
Yeah, you call somebody that, and them's fighting words, and shit's about to go down in the court of Twitter.
Now, Cesare Japan asks, Buffalo Jeff reads Thomas the Tank Engine. That would break my heart. That was my favorite show as a child. That'd be so weird.
Oh my god, do it!
The island of Sodor.
That's so weird when you just like practice it. That's not as bad as right up on the mic, but when you just do it. I was laughing and enjoying it.
Don't comment on it.
I'm
just not going to. Greg Kirby. What's up? He says, Dion wore a potato sack colored gray. Kendo falls for shit on April Fools. And serious note, will Brie Larson be a Jedi in what movie? Dude, all this Brie Larson talk about she's going to be in Star Wars is... I mean, wasn't she going to be not in Captain Marvel, but she's in Captain Marvel. Now she's going to be in Star Wars. It's just clickbait articles. We got this covered and all this shit from the future. When we get
to make her flavor of the month again,
yeah, they're just trying to troll the people that hate her. Is what they're trying to do.
That's what it is, because there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, they can't. You can only shit on so many fan groups per week, so you got to find a way to dump on the Star Wars fans each and every week, and that's about all they can do. Is if people buy into this one and then it doesn't come true, oh, you're all dumb. It's like, look, Brie Larson is Captain Marvel. That's an inevitability we have to deal with. But what good would she be in Star Wars? Like, could they have? No, I'm not even gonna humor that shit.
Listen, I'm in the camp. I think definitely it's going to happen because there's this weird belief that her name holds weight, right? Even though what was that? Unicorn Falcon or whatever the fuck came out on Netflix came out after Captain Marvel and everybody fucking hated it. Her YouTube channel was a big hit for a week and then everyone's fucking forgot about it. But there's still this fucking family contingent that believes that she's this next big name in Tinseltown, and it's just they're gonna think that until Star Wars starts getting back off the ground here. They're gonna put her in it, and when it doesn't take off the way they think, it's gonna be this John Travolta and Pulp Fiction reaction where they're gonna try and fucking blame it on fans being sexist and try to blame it on fans and not wanting to go for Corona, try to blame it on Corona outright, and it's just gonna be the reaction's gonna be fucking hilarious, dude. And it's because they can't help themselves, and I cannot wait for that bullshit.
Now, I had to go get the official source. WeGotThisCovered.com. Right? We trust this? This is as good as CNN, NBC. I mean, they're all shit, but still, We Got This Covered is the best.
It's credible.
This is fact-based. Dude, We Got This Covered. We are the truth. That's what it says. And so much words. So anyway, Brie Larson rumored to play a Jedi more powerful than Vader in new Star Wars show. Oh no, I forgot to make a video about this one. Anyway, if you go to the fucking end of the article, it says, we certainly advise taking this with a grain of salt. This comes from Mike Zero. They're trying to make excuses for Mike fucking Zero. They go,
They actually wrote an article based
Yes.
on Mike Zero video?
every time. They also go, but Zero has gotten a couple of scoops right in the past. The more we hear about Brie Larson's affinity for Star Wars, the more it feels she could be destined to play. Fuck off. Mike Zero. Okay, what's the fucking percent? Just because you've made 1,000 bullshit accusations and got 4 right doesn't mean you have pretty good odds in the past. Kendo, you're the math guy. What's the percentage of that?
Pretty much 0.
Exactly, just like the name implies. Fucking
Maybe that's his last name because that's how much credibility he has.
with accuracy.
Well, not only that, but this title of the article, they put in Darth Vader to get people to fucking read it. They can't just say she's gonna be in Star Wars. They make some ridiculous fucking claim about to include specifically the words Darth fucking Vader to get people to click it. If Brie Larson is this great name, why would you even mention Darth Vader? That you could just say Brie Larson's going to be in Star Wars and people will click on it, and then Mike Zero, so they don't feel shitty, so they don't have this darker cloud already over their website, which everyone already fucking rolls their eyes when they fucking put anything out. So it was Mike Zero. Yeah, no, he said the Darth Vader thing. We didn't say that. It's just like, come on, guys. You can try a little harder to be sassy. Like this is middle school level bullshit.
I'm sorry, I was taking a piss. What happened?
I don't know.
We got this cover said that Brie Larson was going to be in Star Wars and that she was going to be more powerful than Darth Vader.
Yeah,
and then at the end they ended it with, we got this from Matt Zero. This is a grain of salt.
I mean, she was supposed to be stronger than Thanos, but that shit didn't work out.
Right?
Nope.
He got headbutted out of the fucking movie.
Yep.
That's right.
Look, folks, it's just not happening. It's just to get people to talk and get all riled up and make YouTube videos and then make us look like assholes.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes out from the official source, oh God, then we'll fucking dread it. But until then, it's just a rumor from the future.
Well, even then, I mean, like, is her career that awesome that they can bank on just her being the name and being like, oh yeah, but she's stronger than Vader. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Like, nobody wants to see that. Nobody
Isn't
really
Rey
wants to see
stronger than Vader? Isn't Rey strong? Like, what's gonna happen? Is Star Wars going to implode if Brie Larson
gonna
shows
keep
up?
moving, dude.
Yeah,
the goalposts are gonna keep moving, dude.
Dude, I thought you said Holdo was gonna keep moving. I'm like, dude, she stopped
because she showed us how to be strong.
Based on how like space and stuff works, not that Rian Johnson gets it. When she blew up into the ship and it like cut through it and kept going, theoretically, it would keep going through space in perpetuity.
Yeah. Now, Kendo, speaking of Rian Johnson not getting it, let's get closer to the vagina talk.
That's a bit on the nose, but I like it because it's accurate.
Well, Dixon Sider says, "Hail, gentlemen. Jeff, hope your gifts arrived to you safely. And yes, Dion, your gift is included. It's specially wrapped with your name on it." Now, Dixon Cider, I hope it's a dildo. It's still wrapped in that box. I haven't touched it. It's put on a very special shelf. Folks, if you ever mail anything to us and it goes to Dion, I don't want to find out, so I'm not going to try. But Dixon Sider, you sent awesome stuff. He sent 2 cars from the A-Team. He sent the Lotus from The Spy Who Loved Me, an Andre the Giant Funko Pop, a 1989 Batmobile with a little mini Batman figure, and my favorite, the 1970 crappy blue Chevy Nova from Beverly Hills Cop.
Nice.
So, yes, Dixon Sider, not only did your packages arrive, we were very, very happy when they did because you have excellent taste. And I mean, come on, it's Beverly Hills Cop. That version that you sent, the Greenlight Hollywood Studios one, is better than the one from Mattel because the little Hot Wheel of the crappy blue Chevy Nova is just a nice little blue car. This one looks like shit, meaning it's got dirt and dings. It looks like Axel Foley parked at the Harrow Club. So thank you, Dixon Sider.
That's what happened to me last time he parked it. All that shit happened to it.
Yeah. That's what happens when you don't put it in a good spot.
Yeah.
Scott Skio too, thank you. He says 2020 was just the beginning. The entire 20s decade is going to suck hard. I think this year is better than last year already for me, so no.
I'd like to say things have turned around just ever so slightly.
Yeah, theaters are finally opening up this month, so that should be good.
Yep, I went and saw Godzilla vs. Kong yesterday, so that's a nice little addition to 2021.
I'm going to try to go see it Saturday.
I'm going to try to watch it on TV as soon as possible. Swinging Cod says, my disturbing sexual harassment of Tom better receive thanks for inspiring Buffalo Jeff.
Oh, he's next. Sorry, Swinging Cod.
Here we go. All right, boys. As they said on the Man Show one time, Vagina Time. Here we are. From Primer. This is gross. Dirty, rotten vaginas.
Gotta wash that shit.
Every day. The James Baker. This is a great one. Journey to the center of the vagina.
Yeah,
that's a fun journey. It's a fun journey.
It's a good trip to take, boys.
Yeah.
TLJ Screwjob says the longest vagina. So it's journey to the center of the longest vagina.
Yeah.
Ooh. She a Capricorn?
It's a Ron Jeremy short film.
Yeah.
Now, Effett couldn't think of a name. This is not vagina related, but it is an excellent idea. Read Rorschach's monologue as Buffalo Jeff.
Oh, hell no.
I could do that. That'd be fun.
That is terrifying.
I'll do the V for Vendetta one. We'll put that out in November.
V for vagina.
Yeah.
Now,
El Gallo de Oro says killer vaginas from outer space. Nick?
Yeah. There you go. They still have to wear the clown mask.
Yeah, of course. It's the same movie.
Right.
That's not cotton candy anymore, Kendo.
Oh, God.
Charles W. Jansen says, fear and loathing in vagina.
Oh, my God.
Charles.
Sometimes very accurate.
Yeah, there's a lot of loathing. Effett couldn't think of a name, says, well, I just like this one. Indiana Jones and the Cooter of Doom.
Yep, that's a good one. I like that.
TLJ Screwjob says, the Dirty Dozen Vaginas.
Oh, my God.
Ooh. Or just the Dirty Vaginas.
Yeah. Or the Vagina Dozen.
Ooh. That sounds like an adventure film.
Are there 13? Is this a baker's vagina dozen?
Yeah. Dude, you know, that's what you guys should do. All you folks out there, next time you go to your favorite donut shop, just walk in, point at the sign with authority and say, I want the Vagina Dozen.
In Vegas, we'll know what you mean.
Yeah. I'll actually, there they'll be like, oh, coming right up. Like,
they're like, no, you want to go down to the Bellagio for that. Oh, okay. We're cheaper by the dozen now.
But don't go to the Golden Corral. Do not go there.
No.
That's a whole different type of corral, Dion.
Can you dip them in the chocolate fountain?
Oh, my God.
It's not chocolate.
No.
Don't like it. Just chocolate-colored water. It's a honey dip like Willy Wonka. You thought I was going to make a poop joke, Dion. I know
I
you.
did. I was so tense. I was like,
mean,
my reaction hinges on this next sentence.
Based on the food that they serve you at the Golden Corral, it's kind of like a self-service thing if that's how they harvest it.
Hey, Dion, remember we went to WrestleMania 3, and we went to Golden Corral right beforehand, and how we all regretted it?
Yes, it was. I mean, the experience is a funny story, but also at the time, it's like, I don't know why we okayed this shit.
Yeah. Primer says
failed us that afternoon.
Primer says Raiders of the Lost Vagina. As we read Cesare Japan's about the vagina monologues. Liquor Jim, I like this one. Thin red vagina.
Oh my god! Oh, is that about a Russian woman?
I was just about to say. I was like, "Oh, Mr. Volkovsky, are you here? Are you in attendance?"
Dion, it's the Black Widow prequel.
Hell yeah! I'll buy 3 tickets right the fuck now.
Directed by Axel Braun.
Starring Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson still. It was a rough year for him.
Yeah. We busted our walls to get that second billing.
Yeah.
Hey man, she didn't start a YouTube channel or a podcast. So I mean, she's hurting for money. So
yeah. Sadly, she won't be in Star Wars either. You know what?
I'm surprised that she didn't get drunk and get on her Instagram and start dishing shit about Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh, I'd watch those videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about Deadpool again.
That shit not that far from now. So and that crazy. Like, oh, we're divorced. I remember that one time he just kept ordering pigs. I was in Gossip Girl. We know. Jesus. Fucking calm down.
Now, I have a question for the audience. Did Mike Zero report on Luke Skywalker coming back? Because if he did not, I want a video of Luke Skywalker coming back with Mike Zero's reaction, and then I want Quicksilver to pop up and say, "Didn't see that coming, did you?" And then fucking end it. Like, how are the bullshit is like, oh, guys, they don't tell the big leaks, so they don't want to spoil it for the fans because we're also, fuck no, they'll spoil that shit if they knew it because they want the clicks.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
what? Where in the ethics where they'll avoid spoilers because they'll lie to you, but they don't want to spoil the truth? What the fuck? Then don't make videos.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, remember, they put Palpatine's voice in the trailer. They spoiled that part right at the bat.
Well, not only that, they did it at Celebration so people could film it and post it. Like, that's what they wanted to do, so it's not like these organizations or these news websites are gonna see themselves as above that. They're like, yo, if Disney did it, we're gonna fucking do it. They have no problem with it, neither do we. So they're gonna get some fucking bozo like Zero to talk about it. So they can have enough deniability for it, but to pretend that they wouldn't leak anything is straight bullshit.
Yep. Effett couldn't think of another name, says here's my super chat missed last week. Shaft Dynamite Testicles. Now, are you telling me that there's a shaft with dynamite testicles attached? Because that sounds like a super villain.
That sounds like a Rodriguez movie.
Yeah.
You know what? That is the mortal enemy of fucking Tom Savini in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, Sex Machine?
Yeah, Sex Machine. Yeah. It's Sex Machine versus Dynamite Testicles.
Still, one of the best things ever is, Dion, was that me and you when he went walking about like Sex Machine? And he's kind of like turned and like nodded. He like kind of glanced over and nodded his head towards us like to say, hey.
Yeah, because we were like, he could be an asshole, but we totally got him to acknowledge us when saying that shit.
Yeah.
and then he came back and we all yelled and he's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, in our defense, we've been sitting there drinking all fucking day.
Yeah.
We were clearly inebriated.
Yeah, it was like late in that Saturday, and we were probably like all like at least 8 beers deep. So,
The first time he was probably like, all right, that fair play to you guys. The second time he's probably, God damn it, I've done other things.
I can't say anything because all of them are 2 feet taller than me.
That's true.
Like, calm the fuck down, Tom. Calm down. Hey, lower the bass in your voice because you're a sex machine. Admit it. We love you, but you're a sex machine. Show me your gun in your pants.
that could go really bad really quick too.
It ain't that kind of con, bro. Calm down.
It's a different type of con, Nick.
Dude, I'm itching for pounds. I'm sorry.
Listen, man. FetCon only happens in Germany and like during Oktoberfest, right? Calm down.
Okay, fine. I'll get us some tickets to it. Jesus. Everybody
Okay,
calm down.
fine.
We're
Just
going
make
to
sure we
FedCon.
just
Go
just
one of
bring-
two ways, and I don't think I want either way.
Make
I
sure
don't think I want either of those outcomes.
Just make sure you bring your poncho. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Deal. Y'all got any more of them fat cons?
I don't even know what's happening right now.
I don't know. I'm kind of lost too.
I'm just lost in a sea of vaginas and FetCons.
Well,
Anyway,
Tom Savini references.
the gun
was
in
there,
Tom
bro.
Brady's pants.
I was just like Brian Williams. TLJ Screwjob says, Big Red Vagina starring Mark Hamill and Lee Marvin.
Oh, that's a good
That's
movie
good.
too.
That's a good one. Lee Marvin. That's a classic one.
That's the second Lee Marvin movie reference tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because we made
He was
three
in the
episodes.
Dirty
Yeah.
Dozen.
Yep.
Which, by the way, what a stacked cast that had.
That's a great film.
Listen, you listen. It is funny how like no one ever really like you don't think of super studded star casts when you think of, like great movies, but then you hear one like the Dirty Dozen, you're like, damn, that was a good one. Damn, there was a lot of dudes in that fucking movie. You know, that's what I love about shit like that. Because even back then, they knew when to stack a little bit of a stack a card, baby.
It was like the Expendables before the Expendables.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even with Ocean's 11 back then, it was the same shit. You know, in the 60s, like
Yeah.
it was stacked, dude.
Well, dude,
Yeah,
Delta
or even
Force
the
back
new
in
one.
day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
of
yeah.
course, that's a good one. Yep, that's another.
So
stack.
I Googled Lee Marvin films just to close out some Lee Marvin vagina talk. We have Paint Your Vagina, favorite one, of course. The Vagina Who Shot Liberty Vance,
Well,
that's probably happened in real life too.
Donovan's Vagina,
Yep, that's
Hell in the Vagina,
every day.
and finally, The Big Vagina.
yep.
Yep, that felt like that was a common one. That was a good one.
Clark Terry fan says, "Hey, did everyone hear that if you don't judge a person by race, you're a racist? Look up Webster's dictionary."
Yeah, bro. Like you can't make any jokes, like even the ones that landed, dude. Like, no, you can't do that. Twitter, get on them. Cancel. Hit hashtag now. Do it now.
Hashtag vagina.
Hashtag vagina. Chrissy Teigen, where are you when we need you?
I don't want to see her in person. Her cheeks bother me.
Listen, I just think she got that John Legend money now.
If she had John Lennon money, that'd be an interesting story.
Yeah.
Imagine that one, Dion.
That's an interesting hashtag. I'd follow that shit. Hashtag Chrissy
John
Teigen
Lennon's
Lennon.
vagina.
That one probably better. I like that one better.
TLJ Screwjob says Jeff's favorite trilogy, Beverly Hills Vagina.
I mean, those chicks walking down the street in the first one.
Yeah. Hey, and the lady in the number 2, you know, the 6-foot blondes that grow on trees. Zach Z, thank you very much. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna fuck. I'll make the joke anyway. I was like, "Yo, that's a phrase you ain't gonna hear these days." You know exactly the phrase I'm talking
Exactly. Yep. By the way, folks, when you see Nick in person, you should scream, "Hey, Simone, Sex Machine," as per Miss Ninja Julian's request.
Oh, he'll respond.
Yeah, he will. Zach Z says the big vagina, Shauna the vagina. I mean, he already was of
vagina.
Liz's.
Or vagina
about.
fuck.
And he acts like a vagina nowadays, so I think that fits.
Yeah. Darth Fatass, one of our favorites, says, "No country for old vagina. Bang the vagina slowly. The longer vagina."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, I know this is supposed to say tears, but it also spells with tears, so you could have tears of vagina or tears of vagina. Enter the vagina. The devil wears vagina.
Raging vagina.
Hey, there you go. De Niro film.
Why is my name on the screen? I feel targeted.
Oh, you're the Simone Sex Machine now, according to Miss Ninja Julian.
I'll take it. It's fine. I got to change my Twitter again, but okay.
Fair enough. I mean, changing your Twitter is not that hard to do. It's not like changing your name.
Yeah, but it's like I like to keep it just so I have it. You know, I don't know. It's
then you lose the blue check mark when you do it.
It's not. We have one of those.
I really doubt with my bio they would give me a blue check mark.
Yeah, it would be hilarious if you could pull that off.
Yeah, because I mean, if I change it and be super PC, they might do it.
I think that somewhere in the Twitter headquarters, there's photos of us on the wall underneath the thing that says "Do not blue check mark these people."
And then I'll just look and go, "Is this a black thing?" And then,
Yeah. And then you still get check marked.
yeah. It's like, oh, great! All of a sudden, I got a check mark. How awesome!
Yeah, because
guns don't work on Sunday.
I did not. I did not mean to press that right now.
That might have been the most perfect timing of all fucking time.
nuns don't work on Sunday. Kind of like donuts don't wear alligator shoes.
Yep. Anyway, sorry, that was not meant to be pressed.
That's ridiculous.
That is just great.
I know that's fucking awesome.
Shout out to Etep Wakuyan, Place to Be Reviews, for the idea of like a month ago. He posted that on Facebook. Just the clip. I'm like, that would be a great button.
Goddamn Pete.
I love that dude. Yeah. Joseph Bielowicz says, Dion, you want me on the wall? You need me on that wall. Oh.
I love the
you
reference.
Want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
I fucking had a response and everything. This Buffalo motherfucker comes sauntering into my goddamn eardrums.
Could you call me a guy on a buffalo, Dion? One day, a guy on a buffalo.
Don't mess with the guy riding a buffalo.
Wonder. I do need a guy on a buffalo button. Get out of here, kitty cat.
Straight up got all back here.
And then Jennifer Coolidge pops up. Wanderer says, Vagina Story starring beloved duo of Buzz and Woody. Are you having a breakdown on air, sir?
No, motherfucker, I'm fine. Fucking read the super chat. Fucking Buffalo motherfucker.
You know what's happening? It's like that. Hold on. Wait. Oh, God. What's that video you love, Dion, of that guy on the the rehab show where they're trying to throw him through an intervention and he cries and I still love you.
Yeah.
That guy. That's what you sound like. That guy needs a button.
He does need a button.
Yeah. So let's get back to the show. Sorry. Primer says, V for Vagina. Remember remember that time of the month. The blood flow, mood swings, and plot. They didn't put it in the super chat. Remember, the super chat has to ask for Buffalo Joe.
Oh, someone needs to make him read that in Buffalo Jeff voice.
Yeah.
That would be scary.
Hey, Jeff,
Scott's
I'll buy you
here.
a beer if you read it that way.
Remember that time of the month, the blood flow, mood swings, and plot.
That was so scary.
Not sorry, bro. Folks, make sure you listen to the World Class Bullshitters podcast every week where you listen to a guy troll his best friend across the country.
Because he thinks I'm right behind him.
Hey, I got drawn back in because of the ad. Fuck. That's a great ad. That was a really good transition. I'm like,
Folks, remember we are on Spotify as well. Just in case you missed our other shows, they're all on there.
I don't know. I'm thinking of Dion. I got Buffaloed Again T-shirt is required.
Oh yeah,
that could have so many meanings. So many meanings.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There is like a plethora of meanings to it. It's like, what does that mean? It could mean whatever you want.
we need a store soon so people can have T-shirts to wear this summer. They can go out, tell people, oh yeah, I love to troll Dion Green from the World Class Bullshitters podcast. And then when you guys come to meet us in person, you can just wear it. Anyone who wears one of these shirts in person is going to get a special thank you.
Listen,
we are.
That's the price to make this podcast the next Joe Rogan show. God damn it, I'll pay it because that actually sounds hilarious to be at a con somewhere cool with that fucking shirt. I would just like give him the look. That's a giftable moment right there.
Yeah, I feel like the shirt should just be a picture of a buffalo, but Dion's head on the buffalo's head, and it just should say I got buffaloed again. It's just so simple.
Kendo, this month for sure we'll sit down and get a few shirts ready and we'll take WCBS to the next level.
Beauty.
Yeah, because we are going to be at Horror Hound in Cincinnati in September. So
yes,
I listen. I love summer. I want summer to last forever, but goddamn, I have never been so excited for a September in a long time.
I am excited for that, but Loudy's wedding is in July. We will all be there.
I keep forgetting about that. Oh, yes. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be...
Make sure don't forget, we got to coordinate our hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
That is the oldest thing has ever been said on this podcast.
Yeah, seriously.
It
makes us remember it.
Well, we'll have it ready by Sunday. How is that, okay? Did you guys RSVP on the website and all that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. Then we're all RSVP'd. We sound like old men.
We there now. That's like, fuck. Now I'm talking about let's get all our hotels at the wedding together. Like, fuck.
My strategy was I'll just get one of the cheapest rooms there because I'm not going to be spending very much time in it.
Why don't you and Nick share a room or some shit?
What if I get a chick?
Okay.
Yeah. What if I get a chick?
I thought you were bringing two for everybody. I know how you roll down in Atlanta. So
yeah.
Hey man. I keep that shit off my social media for a reason. Okay, there's reasons you don't see that.
Yeah, folks, to get that, you got to go to Nick's OnlyFans.
Simone Sex OnlyFans.com/Simone Sex Machine.
Yeah.
If I actually made that and people went to it, they would freak the fuck out.
I would too. I want to see my friend. Anyway, we're gonna move on to this jackass on screen in just a second.
Dion watches Dark Vader gets the hose again.
Fuck you.
That came from Scott Skio too, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Appreciate Scott, you son of a bitch.
Now, I have told you guys, you fine folks out there listening in Radio Land, of the plight of the bullshit we're going through with this building right now. Excuse me. Because of that, Jesse and I did not sleep at all yesterday. So we're up about 5 a.m, and I turn on the news, and I hear this really shitty voice, and I look over to the TV, and it's Rian Johnson, and I see how the news is talking about how Netflix is giving him $500 million to finish his trilogy. And I thought, oh God, they're making Star Wars Netflix movies? And then I look into it. This motherfucker's getting $500 million to make 2 more Knives Out movies.
Yup. That I laughed so hard this morning, dude. Holy shit. God, that was so awesome.
I don't know. Is it really worth that much money? Because Knives Out.
No, it was good, but it's not worth $500 million. That's what's so hilarious about it. Because now there's no way those movies are gonna make that money. No way.
No.
So and especially make a sequel to that movie anyway.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be. Yeah. That's also gonna happen to be Daniel Craig and the other 2 guys on another case. 2 more cases is all it's gonna be.
So are they just trying to turn him into the new Hercule Poirot or whatever?
I feel like James Bond should stick to being James Bond, and we should get one of those movies out every, other year instead of every 10 years, you lazy fuck.
No. He's in the last James Bond movie. Fucking move on, get somebody else. Have him be Knives Out with his shitty Southern accent. It's fine, whatever. Have him do 8 of those movies. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. And we can call Ryan Johnson Agatha Bitchy. Be like, there you go. You rip off Agatha Christie's ideas. There you go, Agatha Bitchy. You round-headed fuck.
Oh, God.
There we go. Womp, womp, womp. Little giant.
It looks like a broke dick BS.
He just looks stupid. Anyway, I don't need to bash Rian Johnson. I do want to question Hollywood, though. Now, this is very important, folks, because Rian Johnson just got $500 million to work on the Knives Out trilogy. There's no fucking Star Wars trilogy coming. Just say the word. You're not making Star Wars movies. Let's get on with it. We're tired.
Confirm what we've been saying.
I'm so fucking tired of hearing. I could make it. I might make it. Every week I just go on.
Jeff is ready to light Rian Johnson on fire right now. He's like, fuck him.
Maybe. No, okay, not that far, because I don't want to go to jail. I'm not going to do anything that's illegal, but I'll tell you to your fucking.
Okay, fine. You want to give him a very stern talking to. We'll say that.
I want Walker Texas Ranger to tell him. Okay, that's acceptable.
Oh my god.
I want to just buy him a really shitty dinner and never call him back.
Yeah. There you go.
Ryan Johnson. So today, Jamie Lee Curtis has been talking about the Knives Out Thrombey family.
Oh,
and,
boo.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit enough. But I think Knives Out was a fine movie. We watched it. It was
all right, man.
I can't. We cannot shit on Knives Out just because The Last Jedi is the worst thing to ever happen to science fiction. Just because Rian Johnson is the worst thing to ever happen to Star Wars, got to be honest about his other movies. Like, Looper kind of sucks, but whatever. No,
It's overrated.
I'm thinking of Jumper with Hayden Christensen.
Yeah,
that one sucked, but whatever.
I keep forgetting he did Jumper. That's fucking hilarious.
Well, Jumper, yeah, and Jumper was supposed to be like a whole franchise in itself, but it never happened. It never jumped off.
Because no one showed up to watch that shit.
Yeah, because I remember reading the wiki and I was like, oh, there's going to be like, you know, planet jumpers and time jumpers and this and the other. I was like, oh, this sounds awesome. Never fucking happened. Never fucking happened.
So what other pretentious genre should Rian Johnson take on?
Shakespeare movies.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, give him Othello.
I can only imagine how he'd fuck that up.
He'd hire John Boyega.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
and then not put him on the movie poster when they take it to China. It's like, come see the Shakespearean film Othello, and it's just a picture of the white lady on the front. It's like, hey, wait, where's Othello? Not a Chinese market. It won't play in the Chinese market. Like, but it's a title character.
Yes. Well, I'm sure the Alabama trailers and the trailer posters for that movie will be different. Very simple. I'd say exact even.
Yeah, it's gonna do really well in Mississippi.
Yeah. Watch the irony be that movie becomes like a $2 billion movie because of Alabama and Mississippi.
That's Mississippi Power finally figured it out.
Yeah,
that's
like this movie played really well in the South.
Daniel Craig's blue eyes. That's what did it.
I'll be damned.
You'll be something, all right, Daniel. So, yeah, the Knives Out trilogy. I never thought we would live in a world where we're discussing the Knives Out trilogy, but that's the Rian Johnson trilogy we've been hearing about for years, folks. It finally came to fruition. It just wasn't Star Wars. The Rian Johnson
the whole
trilogy.
April Fool's joke.
Oh God.
I thought it was, but I don't think the local news during coronavirus would post April Fool's jokes because, you know, all the shit going on. So I'm like, if it's on the local news, and then I looked it up, and tonight's main story, I went to make sure was not a joke because I saw it reported on CBR, and I thought, well, that's kind of But then they went to the Hollywood Reporter, and then I Googled Hollywood Reporter April Fool's jokes, and they don't have a history of them. So there's a lot that we're going to talk about in a minute. We're kind of going to be laughing. So, is there anything else you guys want to say about Rian Johnson before we, let his head roll on out and up his own ass again?
$500,000 to make two more fucking
Billion.
billion.
Half a billion.
Half a billion, and then like Netflix keeps raising their prices. It's like, Netflix, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Market.
Well, I mean, yeah, because like Disney raised the price recently, but it's like it's a dollar, but still, it's like Netflix is reaching that point of like it's too much to pay for anymore. It's getting to that point, so it's like, I don't know, man. It's
and then everyone on Twitter getting all like, "I fucking told you so." Fucking everyone hates him because of Star Wars. It's like, yo, that doesn't make The Last Jedi good. Number one, and number two, It's Netflix doing this. This is the same company that hasn't fucking turned a profit despite all these goddamn investments over the last 5 years. So this isn't a fucking win. This is taking fucking advantage of the dumb kid while he's still dumb. Like that. This is not an accomplishment.
Yeah. By the way, Netflix did spend $20 billion on content in 2018. So just so you're aware.
I think I'm going to cancel my Netflix subscription for other reasons, but I'm going to blame Rian Johnson because I don't watch Netflix anymore. Like, honestly,
write his name when you click other when they ask you why you've quit. Just hit other and say Rian Johnson.
Yep.
Rian Johnson killed Luke Skywalker. I will not support a company who hires murderers.
oh my God!
Wow.
That's 5,000 cuts. Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's spicy.
If Luke Skywalker's going to die from using the Force, you deserve every. God damn it, you suck.
I just love people trying to defend that movie, and even on Twitter, they were like, "Yeah," and everyone said that his Star Wars trilogy isn't happening, and some people were just like, "Yo, it's Knives Out that he's doing. That's proof that he's not working with Disney right now."
Yeah,
he didn't win anything, then of course, like, oh well, I thought Last Jedi was a fucking fine movie, and I think it was a great stuff. Like, what? Half of the movie doesn't make sense.
It starts with a it starts with a Yo Mama joke. Okay, a Star Wars movie starts with that. Just so you're aware.
So, just to put it on the record, the reason why Rian Johnson's getting a trilogy of Knives Out is because Knives Out is a cheap movie to make. It cost $40 million. It brought in $311 million. It's a good investment. That's what it is. Rian Johnson can go off and do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Just officially leave Star Wars. And while you leave, just say, "Hey, I did a bad job." Just admit it.
Exactly. Just admit it. Just take it.
Here's how, folks, people that have made anybody who deals with toxic fandom, if you want to make people go away, even if you lie like you normally do on other shit, just say you're sorry and walk away.
Yeah. Take the L and move the fuck on.
Why do people not shit on George Clooney in public over Batman? Because he apologized on record and he said, "If you ask me, I'll give you $7."
Exactly.
On record. If Rian Johnson would say, "Look, I'm not going to give you any money, but if you hated Star Wars, I'm sorry." And
wait, hold on. If we ask George Clooney now, does inflation get added to the $7?
I think so.
Better.
Plus a fee, because he's all about giving and philanthropy.
Okay.
Why not round it up to a nice mill? For like King Joffrey Joffer. Help me out. So yes, folks, that is the trilogy that Rian Johnson will be closing out the rest of this decade with. I wish him nothing but the best, and stay the fuck away from Star Wars. I do.
Yeah.
Watch, he'll come back and direct that Darth Vader Brie Larson movie. That's what's going to happen.
Dude, you're married to Brie. What is the story? Just tell us the truth, Samoan Sex Machine.
I can confirm nor deny that it's that talks are happening.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
Well, I get it.
Look at my picture and interpret how it's happening right now, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Where's my fucking movie?
Now, before we talk about what I am excited to talk about the most tonight, a movie that got canceled. Fuck you. Actually, Jessie was on her live stream, and today's just been a bad day. But the minute I read this, I'm like, yes! Because it's just one of those moments. So let me have that one. We'll be back in a moment. Dion, remember the movie A Wrinkle in Time?
Oh,
A Wrinkle in Vagina?
Yeah, A Wrinkle. We'll talk about those in just a moment.
A Vagina in Time.
A Vagina.
Not just in time, sadly.
Dude, Back to the Future.
Vagina at the worst time.
Okay, hear me out. A Back to the Future style time travel movie where it's a time traveling vagina. And the only way you can... How would you work that out? Like a Back to the Future sex parody.
You know how. You have to hit. You got to hit that.
There's.
That's what activates the time machine.
I'm pretty sure. I remember seeing a Back to the Future porn parody at some point. I think it actually happened.
I was gonna say you have to 80
Rule
strokes
34
per hour.
Rule 34 for sure. You know that there's a porn of Back to the Future. 100%.
Oh, there has to be.
I feel like Mr. Fusion takes on a whole new meaning with the DeLorean.
Yeah.
I have to go back and fuck.
Hydrate level 4, please. Oh, dude, you know how I always rail on fan theories? I finally heard one that was kind of fun. I'm not going to act like it's official, but what do you guys think of it? So, here's the fan theory. The reason why Marty gets that truck, why Dave is in a suit on a Saturday, is that Dave is an executive at Statler Toyota. He got his dad the deal on the truck, and he's on his way to work. He always wears a suit to the office on Saturdays. That's the only job it makes sense with.
Well,
So you heard it here, folks. Dave McFly works for Statler Toyota as an exec and got Marty a great deal on that 1985 model 4x4.
Yes.
That could work.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But why'd he still be living at home if he's got that cush of a job?
Maybe he just doesn't.
It's not staying
like
at
moving.
home. They're just visiting, dude.
Okay, that could work.
I will die on the hill that he always wears a suit into the office because he became an executive of that fast food chain that he was working for.
Oh, the chicken. Time to change the oil, Pop. I got that new Back to the Future book in the mail. The DeLorean manual.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I almost ordered that.
So they messed up. The first one Amazon sent me had like a folded over page, and I was like, "This is Back to the Future. I want a better book." So the next day, another one appeared. But I got to give Bob Gale credit. He wrote it in Doc Brown's voice in the beginning, and it's so well written. I can kind of hear Christopher Lloyd speaking, and it's just a really fun book. Like I didn't realize Doc Brown's middle name was Lathrop. I thought it was just L. I was like, "Oh shit." But it's neat because the way they write Doc Brown is very much like they write the Doctor. Like, you know, the Doctor's like, oh, I could be anywhere and anytime and this and that. The way Doc ends his letters is like undisclosed time and place. And like the way they even write this book is, well, I come from a different timeline, which is different from yours, which is different from this. So this book is written like where the Back to the Future world is. This is the actual guide for the DeLorean, and their science in their world works. So it's a really cool concept. Instead of going, designer so-and-so put this airplane part on the car, it's like Doc Brown did this for aerodynamics and shit like that. So it's a really
fucking awesome.
Yeah. Man, I can't recommend it enough.
Have you ever read any of the IDW Back to the Future comic books?
Yes, I have.
Are they any good?
They are good. They are really good. I read like the first 3 of them, and it goes into him working for the government and how he met Marty, like the actual meeting of him and Marty, and all that stuff. Like he worked on the Manhattan Project and things like that. Like it goes into a lot of that stuff.
Okay, because I was at the comic shop the other day, and I was just killing some time because I went in, got my pull, and was just like, let's see what else they've got. And they have the paperback omnibuses of those, and I was like, do I pull the trigger on this or not? But I'm like, I don't want it to be something fucked up and like, try to wreck the future for me.
Well, what is it? I'm currently reading the continuation of Big Trouble in Little China, and it's written by John Carpenter and somebody else, and like the animation, the comic book drawings are really good too. And it's literally him coming back to the Chinatown with that creature. He calls the creature Pete or something. He gives him his own name and everything because he defeated that one guy. And so he has to come back, and his friend gets kidnapped again, and he has to go to like these depths and everything. It's a whole continuation. It's a lot of fun. It's super it's super awesome.
Well,
I
maybe
gotta
I'll
read
get the first book of those.
I did see those, and then I am really kicking myself for not ordering the Big Trouble in Little China board game.
Oh shit! Yeah. The Thing board game is fucking awesome.
I heard that one is super fucking fun, but I almost did when it first dropped. But I was like, fuck, it's like $100-something. And even Hill was like, yo, I give the okay for this. So I'm kicking myself for not fucking ordering it. Really pissing myself.
Yeah, man. It's I wanted to get Big Trouble. I know they have a Jaws board game as well.
Wake you up.
Wait, is it just Battleship with a shark?
I have no idea.
I hope so.
Somewhere.
You sunk my schooner. Kevin Smith, where were you at, man? Where are you at these days?
He's crying right now for some reason we don't fucking know.
He just got done doing some videos for Marvel, which they post on their Twitter, and it's just so
cringy.
So cringy, yeah, dude.
So, this sounds like an interesting film from the James Baker. 3 Men and a Vagina.
I've seen that movie.
I've seen a lot of those and all the sequels.
Yeah.
You know what? Thunder Robots, he tied them both together. Folks, you get bonus points if you can do this one. Vagina Wars, The Last Testicles.
Yep. That's a good one.
There you go. Etepicoid's Place to Be Review says, what I miss? I was on Reddit. I was talking to my sources. Hail, gentlemen. Happy WrestleMania 17th anniversary. You guys rock. And July needs to hurry up.
bastard.
That's so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, folks, subscribe to Etepakoyan's Place to Be Reviews. It's criminally underrated. He's criminally underrated. He's just shy of getting monetized. So, Kendo or Nick or somebody, can you guys find that link before we go? And drop
Yeah,
that?
man, right now.
Nick will do it.
Perfect. Space Monkey 0899 says, speaking of vagina, back Subverse. I don't know what Subverse is. Do you? I guess it's something on Indiegogo. Thank you very much. Or is it? Oh, Subverse on Steam is a 3D animated explicit sex scene handcrafted by a team of degenerate neckbeards. Wait, what? What is this?
God.
Oh my god! This game may contain content not appropriate for all ages, or maybe appropriate for viewing at work.
Oh my god.
Okay, you want to guys hear what? Do you guys want to hear what this is?
Yes.
Oh god, let me pull this up on screen so you can see what it is too. Don't worry, we're not going to get stopped for this part.
Yeah, make sure it's suitable for work.
It's Steam. It's literally a picture of a face with a woman.
Okay,
in it.
all right, good.
Subverse contains fully 3D animated explicit sex scenes handcrafted by a team of degenerate neckbeards. Please be warned that a standing crew of gorgeous women are ready to bring your fetishes to life, and that all scenes are accompanied by pleasure-filled lewd moans performed by highly talented voice actresses. There is also cuddling in this game. If such lewd acts are offensive to you, then you should avoid installing this game at all costs. Seriously, don't do it.
Nick, go try it and see what it's like.
I feel like
Fine,
I'll
spend the weekend in that VR world and see what happens.
Oh my god, this looks so weird. Jesse, look at this. This is what this weird VR like sex game thing looks like. Subverse. Look at the lady.
What? Ew, no.
Yeah. All reviews. There are 5,728 reviews. Very positive. The game was released 5 days ago.
Oh my god. It's a lot of neckbeards.
So let's see. A TLDR, game overview, a sexy new sci-fi parody where you command your own starship filled with the hottest babes in the galaxy who are ready to bring your fantasies to life in a fully animated love scene. Oh.
This sounds so they've made a game version of Tripping the Rift, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what this says? Tits, ass, and memes. What more can a guy ask for? I give it wanks out of 10. Good job, bro.
Oh my god.
That's right.
But this is how this is how like humanity falls. Like all the guys get hooked on this stuff, and like there's like no more children made.
I mean, why would you want to bring a child into this world?
Well, I'm not saying that I would want to or anything like that, but it'd be interesting if this was the downfall of humanity. Well, more so.
Oh man. Well, I mean, Musk is trying to shoot us to Mars right now, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do something to something else.
That's true.
Adrian Vergara says, like Vince would say, that's some good shit. You agree, Kendo? It's such good shit.
That's such good shit. Oh my god.
You know, anytime somebody brings up Vince McMahon, I'm just going to press the fucking button. I don't care anymore.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
The JR part right there. Oh, son of a bitch. So it's like, that's just so great.
Because the video actually goes on where you hear JR or the King go, ah, and all that shit. But I just wanted the, oh, son of a bitch. That's the perfect way to close it.
Oh, son of a bitch. That's fast.
Joseph Bienowicz, thank you very much. He says, the Vagina Mile. The Vagina. My hole in the honey dick. The Vagina Strikes Back. The Last Vagina Fighter. Oh, he also says,
the Vagina Mile. The Vagina. My hole in the honey dick. The Vagina Strikes Back. The Last Vagina Fighter.
The green vagina.
Well, Zach Z says The Legend of Drunken Vagina, Tucker and Dale versus Vagina, Chasing Vagina. Tucker and Dale versus Vagina is a great clip.
That sounds like it's already been made too.
Yeah, go watch.
Kind of like
Everybody should go watch Resident Alien. It just ended, so
Yeah. Go, and then go watch Bruce Campbell versus the Vagina of Darkness.
Oh, yeah. If vaginas could talk, the Bruce Campbell story. I know that's a book. Sorry. Hey,
I have that book.
oh,
I'm definitely getting the Broken Lizard book by Jay Chandrasekhar for sure, man.
I love that dude.
Oh man, I want to know all the funny shit they did.
Now,
only
Nelson
imagine.
the Gentleman says, if you think Attack on Titan sucks, I will fist fight you.
You
Okay.
say that.
I haven't watched it, so I can't say it sucks.
Yeah,
but if you want to fight, we can.
Watch the first season. I mean, it's a little overrated, but it's still good.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. Just don't care for it. That's it.
Effett couldn't think of a name says, what hit harder, Thanos' fist to Captain Marvel's face in Endgame or Earhart's car slamming into the wall? Oh, Earhart's wall. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't even read that. I was just like, no, not Earhart.
Mm.
Why are we laughing?
I mean, I don't know how fast Thanos' fist was flying, or else I'd be able to do the math for you and tell you.
Fair enough. I mean, we are a
We'll go with the
scientific
car.
channel. Go with the car.
Go with the car. That heavy, and that was going at least 200 miles per hour.
Oh, God.
Mass times acceleration.
And then finally, Joseph Bianowicz says, stealing vagina.
Full
That
circle.
gets you put in prison.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's
Or
a
maybe-
very specific problem you got there.
Or maybe it's just the sequel to Stealing Solo. Nah, I couldn't write a comic about that.
Yeah.
But I know who could. We'll talk. So there are things that make us laugh. Now, we talk about very important moments in pop culture. We try to pinpoint certain moments that, the cause and effect of certain things. So if we go back a couple years, this wonderful little film that failed massively really set in motion the shitstorm that was Brie Larson and Captain Marvel and all this fun stuff. A little bitty film called
A Wrinkle in Time.
Now, it failed. It failed miserably. They blamed everybody. They didn't need the white guy's opinions. They didn't need anyone's opinions, but this movie was kind of a failure by a lot. Let's read the score real quick. So it has a pretty positive score over on Rotten Tomatoes, I believe. Where'd it go? Shit, it just went away. Anyway, the box office was $133 million, but the budget was $130 million. So we're not really talking about a successful film. Sorry. I take that back. When you go a little deeper into the Wikipedia page, it says, with a total production and marketing budget of around $250 million.
There you go. There you go.
So the film received many mixed reviews, with critics taking issue with the film's heavy use of CGI and numerous plot holes, while others celebrated its message of female empowerment and diversity. So when a film... it's got female empowerment and diversity, which are awesome, I think, right? Of course, they're the most important thing when you watch a film. Long story short, the audiences don't give a shit. If it sucks, they just don't go see it. And all the diversity and all the empowerment that you want to shove in there isn't going to guilt us to open our wallets. Anytime you call us a name, we're just going to look the other way and go see literally anything else. Oh, wow, a movie called Ass, I'll support that instead of A Wrinkle in Time, too. So, now, thankfully, the Wrinkle in Time fiasco is slowing down. So what happened after this was you had all this support for Ava DuVernay. Oh, she can do anything. She's this, she's that. Look, I don't really have any issues with her as a person, but based on this shit, when I saw that her name was attached to a DC Comics film, I rolled my eyes so fucking hard. It hurt. But now today, I can tell everyone with great joy in my voice that shit is fucking canceled. I just wanted to talk about this. Ava DuVernay's New Gods and James Wan's The Trench movies not going forward at Warner Brothers. So the DC franchise is in a weird state of flux. Now, weird tangent question. Have you guys seen all the Restore the Snyder Cut hashtags floating around on the internet?
Yes.
If so, what do you guys think?
It's fucking silly. That's as silly as when it first came out.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, the people got the Snyder Cut. Like, I don't know what more they want. They want the black and white one. They want the extended one with fucking more conversation between Joker and Batman. Like, just stop.
Definitive Snyder Cut.
Oh God.
The 99-hour version?
Oh God, no! Please don't say that out loud. He's gonna do it.
Some actress joked about a 20-hour cut of her own movie or something today. I wonder. I gotta see if I can find it again. Oh, it was Margot Robbie.
Home? I was gonna say, is it a honeymoon home video? Because I might be I might be like, okay, let's yeah.
Yeah, it's Margot Robbie. So hey, it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, okay, all right, we're on board. We're on board.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was a 20-hour cut of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm sure it's being, sure she's being sarcastic, but I wouldn't put it past Tarantino to have 20 hours of worthwhile footage out there.
Mostly of her feet.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
Look at hours 7 through 9 and 14 through 18 are exclusively shots of her feet, but it's still a new movie.
You tell the person, you're like, listen, there a 20-hour cut of a movie isn't a movie. It's a fucking mini series.
That's what the Snyder Cut was too, a mini series.
Well, also Snyder took that whole chapter thing from Tarantino. He took that whole thing from him.
Yeah. Tarantino's a really important filmmaker that a lot of people try to borrow from when you want to look cool. Like, your own style is great. Look at a guy like Edgar Wright, who is clearly influenced by a Sam Raimi, but has evolved into his own thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you say that Zack Snyder clearly has his own style of filmmaking, but I don't think he really takes anything classic and kind of evolves it or brings it into his own. I think what his brand of filmmaking is wholly unique to his own self, which is good, because I don't think anyone else should have to make movies like that.
No, his brand is yes sir, I'll do it this way, the way you want. Yes sir, that's his brand.
Damn.
That's
or his other thing is like was there a graphic novel included so I could copy all this properly, please? That's his other one.
So The New Gods was a very, very bizarre film for Ava DuVernay to make. If you look at her filmography and then you look at The New Gods and you look at A Wrinkle in Time and you think, what? Just because you have weird people dressed in makeup and shit doesn't mean you can throw her on a Jack Kirby property. I got to give the Snyder Cut credit. They showed a lot of the Fourth World stuff from Jack Kirby's Fourth World creation, in the Snyder Cut. Dark Side, Granny Goodness, all the stuff, the Mother Box, the Parademons. That was the best part of the Snyder Cut. I can't really dump on it because it was as close to the comics as you could get, and it looked cool. Ava DuVernay trying to do those same characters, Orion, Big Barda, God, who's the little guy? I can't think of all their names off the top of my head, but her making that movie, I don't think would have done anything for the brand, because DC was so disjointed. Then they seemed unified, and now they're disjointed again. Dion, we've watched tons and tons of Superman cartoons where Superman fights Darkseid on Apocalypse. Do you think that Ava DuVernay making an Apocalypse-style film would have worked?
Hell no. I mean, she even admitted herself that she doesn't read the comics, right? So when someone takes over something with a very idealistic, heavy approach, as we know she will do, she's going to focus more on that than learning about the source material. She's going to be the person that might get the cliff notes of it and then, okay, well, how can I make it about the typical shit that I make? How can I make this super woman dependent? How can I make this very preachy? I'm trying to tell another story besides the story that I'm being paid to fucking make. So she wouldn't do any real justice delving into Apocalypse, the system there, why these other characters are powerful, because comic book readers know who they are. So they know how they're tough. She's not going to know how to do that shit, right? Because the only reference she's going to have is Superman. So, and obviously in her last shit, attention to detail is not her strong suit at all. So you're going to have a huge amount of fucking plot holes, and she's going to forget how to tie them back to Apocalypse and the characters, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. So she is just probably at this point one of the worst people on that short list of who not to call for that job.
Yeah, I looked at her IMDb, and she makes movies in a specific leaning fashion. Let me say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, like I say all the time, it doesn't matter if you agree with her or not. In terms of quality of work, when your reputation is to focus on that, you can't do movies that have lineage and backstory, because you're so focused on casting people who are kind of popular but not really popular, focusing on trying to get your underlying message across, and focusing on how you want to focus more on behind the scenes shit than shooting the fucking movie. So yeah, her roster is not damn sure not good enough to go with characters no one knows. Hell no.
Well, in a way, I would like to retract talking about how she'll never get to make her New Gods film, because Marvel's kind of making her New Gods film over with the Eternals. See, these weird, the Eternals, the what's the other, the fucking ones, the one, not the Outsiders, the NWO equivalent. No, who are the people in the comics? It was
the New Warriors.
New Warriors. No, it was the Inhumans. It was this. There's all these different like otherworldly, like not mutant X-Men characters that they're trying to bring to screen, or these like other godly characters, and they're just, I think they're all lined up to fail because they're not that interesting. They don't have the name brand recognition, and I know that sounds stupid. Oh, you don't need name brand recognition. Marvel can make any one of their heroes a huge hit. No, they can't. And you look at the Eternals, and you look at the shit from the comics, and then you get this and this. This is what you're talking about, Nick, when they have a specific idea what they want to put on screen. The identity of this film is to be leaning a certain way. Now, this film clearly likes to race swap and gender swap to send a message. That's what Ava DuVernay's New Gods was going to be. All that dumb shit. That's all these people know how to make. When you get a certain type of filmmaker on a superhero property, you got to really vet people to make superhero movies, because not everybody's going to pull out.
I swear to God, if Ava DuVernay ever meets Jordan Peele, they're gonna merge and become Station. I swear to God.
That's a terrible idea and thought. Please don't ever let that happen.
Oh God, no, just no.
So yeah, we kind of dodged a bullet with this one. But I gotta say, James Wan's underwater horror movie about the Aquaman world was gonna be cool.
I was surprised he did really good with Aquaman. He did amazing with it, and I was just like, I want to see more of this now.
I do too. All I want to avoid though is these. I usually call them preachy movies. Dion knows that. I just want to avoid seeing those types of films. Get mixed with superheroes. It just doesn't really. This isn't the 1950s, folks. We're not trying to make morality plays out of little EC comics or Twilight Zone episodes. This is a different world. Thankfully,
things have progressed pretty far right now. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. That's what there's a lot of complaining about dumb shit.
Yeah. So there's something we don't have to complain about. We get to talk about vaginas. Well, we have one of those in just a minute, but we have an interesting question. Where'd it go? Right here. From our friend Breadman Productions, who says, you have to watch one of the following four. You guys ready? Pick one of these. Batman and Robin, Catwoman, Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, or Jonah Hex. Which one do you pick?
Batman and Robin easily.
Batman and Robin easily.
Yeah, it's terrible, but that's like fun terrible. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Jonah Hex is okay. I mean, it's
it's not terrible. It's not terrible. But
it's just there wasn't enough story for like they shortened the hell out of that movie. It should have been at least like 2 hours, but it was too damn short, and they should have put more in it. But that's here or there.
Fox is fucking terrible in that.
When isn't she, dude?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can just leave out in that movie just Megan Fox is terrible, and it's like that's not an across the board statement.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Batman and Robin as well, because Superman 4 is a chore to get through. It's a bad movie on a different level.
Dude. It is so hard to watch straight up.
In terms of okay, sorry, Kendo.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go to Lonely Island and say Catwoman, only because Halle Berry in that suit can help take me away from paying attention to what's going on.
She does look fine as fucking end.
Yeah, it's like if I'm watching that, then I'm just like, this movie is terrible, but it for some reason I'm distracted from how bad this is.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I was thinking how bad the Eternals is going to be. I can't get over that one. I think that's going to be Marvel's first big flop, and you can't blame COVID. It just looks stupid. The characters look stupid. Did you guys see all the Shang-Chi toys leaked today? They look kind of cool.
No, I haven't seen any of them.
I'm on board with that movie because Here's the thing. I'm on board with the movie, but all the meta narrative about Asian representation in film is going to bother me because, folks, we've had Asian superheroes. They're called Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. They're real people. They are real life superheroes. That shit Jackie Chan does, he does his own stunts. That is way cooler than anything some actor who plays Shang-Chi is going to do. So before you tell us about, it's the first representation of this and this and that, look, let's just go look at the entire amazing Asian film industry. We can go to the fucking classics, all the Bruce Lee flicks. You could do the Sammo Hung stuff. There's all these great movies. Like any kind of representation talk about Shang-Chi is going to be really falling on deaf ears because you can't pick, okay, we had Black Panther, so we're going to do all this commentary about this in the community. Now we're going to do it with the Asians and this and that. Like, it's like you can't do that. You can't keep taking the same thing and then putting another race of people in it. That's disingenuous. That's fucked up.
Well, yeah, and like maybe the Hollywood's really good at being disingenuous and being hypocritical about that shit because I mean that's what they do. They'll be like, oh yeah, diversity, and we'll just change the color of the character, and that's it. That's what they do. That's all they're good at. They're good at minimalist changes to make it seem like they've done this grand thing, but in reality, it doesn't. It's nothing. It's dog shit.
Shaw Brothers films will be better than this. Hey, real quick, while we're speaking of films from this part of the world, even though Disney really likes to act like they make films from that part of the world, have you guys heard about the controversy? What's her name? Lindsay Ellis. She got canceled off Twitter after she compared that Raya Dragon movie with Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yep.
No. What was that about?
She literally just compared those two things, and she was talking about like YA novels, how they're all kind of similar. But people took that as offensive because she made that comparison. Like,
wait, what?
Yes, it's as stupid as you think. Now, folks, I'm very well aware of who this woman is, the nostalgia chick, her takes on stuff. I'm not a fan, but at the same time, anybody that goes through this shit, it ain't cool. We stood like when Chris Hardwick was going through all that shit. Dion, what did we say?
Yep.
I hate that fucking guy. But as soon as he's proven innocent,
better.
Yep. And
that's
you know what?
When you think the world can't get any dumber.
Yeah, we have this.
Yeah, every week is a hold my beer moment. I swear to God, every week is just that. It's like, oh God, it happened again.
It is. And like I said, I don't think cancel culture is a good thing at all. It's terrible. It's the worst. And you know what? A lady like that getting canceled or deleting your Twitter or all this other shit, it's dumb. If you have problems with opinions, that's fine. Learn how to form one back. Don't try to get someone to delete their shit because you didn't like that they compared one thing to Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know what? I'm going to compare Jurassic Park to Tammy and the T-Rex. How is that racist? I'm sure some dino rights activist out there is going to say, Jeff, you mistook this Asaurus Rex for that Asaurus Rex. I'm going to say, fuck you. All right? I'm that kind of guy.
Paleontologists everywhere are going to get in your DMs and give you a talking to.
Oh, yeah. A stern talking to. So I just wanted to bring that up. That was so dumb. Charles W. Jansen II says, dread her, run from her. Brie Larson will arrive just the same. Stinky? Now I'm reading all the comments about the dinosaur stuff. Sorry, guys. Now, Thunder Robot says, Brie Larson is in Captain Marvel 2 long enough for Rogue to be taken out of the title card. Oh, and since Vader is dead, everyone is more powerful. That's true. Even you, Kevin Kelly, you are more powerful than Darth Vader. You know what's really fucked up is when, if you look at that promo about even you, Kevin Kelly, you can beat Chris Benoit. He can. He could beat Chris Benoit.
I mean, now, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Primer is back on the vaginas. Vagina at Tiffany's. Ooh. And Requiem for a Vagina.
Oh, God. That's going to be a rough one to watch.
Oh, God. Ellen, what's her name? Not Ellen.
Yep. Especially the ending.
What? Imagine if we replaced her with Ellen Cleghorn from SNL. Talk about
God.
quality.
Oh, my God.
Ellen Cleghorn's a fine stand-up or a fine comedian, but like I've never seen her act in anything serious. I don't think that's going to translate very well.
Nope.
Primer. Oh, sorry. Charles W. Jansen had a response to Primer that says, breakfast at Vagina. By the way, folks, I want to commend everyone for your clever ways of spelling vagina because apparently YouTube doesn't like to talk about
the super chats don't like it.
Charles, thank you very much. Primer says 2,000 vaginas under 20,000 vaginas under the sea. Jesus Christ, it's a lot. And then Vagina Busters. Oh God, Joseph Bianowicz went ham on Her Majesty's Secret Vagina, Lord of the Vaginas, Need for Vagina, The Chronicles of Vagina, The Vagina After Tomorrow, and Mortal Vagina. Leon, are you glad I didn't read him as Buffalo, Jeff?
I appreciate you.
I wasn't asked. That's the only reason why. Doug Keller, thank you very much, Doug, for everything. He says, Sky Captain in the world of vaginas. It's a world I want to live in. Jeff's favorite Bond film, says Doug Keller, is Vagina of Solace.
Yep.
Better than Quantum of Testicles.
True.
Our buddy Primer also says, I just realized something. Every time I make a vagina joke, Amy Schumer gets closer to where I live. Please. Help.
Well, she did her own like fucking miniseries on HBO Max about some dumbass knocking her up and her having a kid or something. So, and her still doing comedy while she's pregnant. I'm like, cool. Like that was done by an Asian woman about 10 years ago. I don't know why you're fucking famous for doing it now.
I'm trying to look up something real quick. You guys have all seen Fight Club. Remember when they're in the basement of the house reading I Am Jack's colon and all that shit?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find one like I am so-and-so's vagina to read as Buffalo Jeff.
Whoa.
I am Margaret's vagina. I am Jill's vagina.
Negative.
I was going to make a Jill Taylor joke. Never mind. People would not get that reference.
No.
Dreary Nitpicker says, my big fat vagina wedding. I mean, big fat Greek vagina sounds fun too. And then our buddy Go Big Boar or Go Home, before we transition to our next segment, says, this is a shameless paid promotion. Come see the 50 caliber Death Star 15 at Go Big Boar or Go Home. We punish cinder blocks, melon, pineapple, spam, and water jugs. Forgive me, Jeff. Also, your property manager can take a hike. I wish you would. You don't have to apologize, though, Go Big Boar or Go Home. I fully endorse you and your channel, man. Folks, check them out. Nick, could you drop the link to Go Big Boar or Go Home as well?
Yes.
Sean Firefart is a longtime friend, not just a fan, a friend. He's over with Jesse on Mindless Entertainment. He streamed with us, countless times in 2020. He's going to be helping us out with the narration on the Stealing Solo voice audio drama. Excuse me, I can't words tonight. Sorry. Words are hard when you haven't slept much.
Yeah,
I'm surprised the show's moving along as well as
I'm riding such a struggle bus right now.
Yeah, first class seat on that one. But yeah, folks, it's all fun. If you guys like to watch videos of a guy who knows his shit destroy stuff, check it out. I highly recommend him. And Nick, just drop that link for us throughout the night, please, if you wouldn't mind. So
definitely.
subscribe to Go Big Boar, Go Home. And folks, if you're listening to the podcast, on Audible or Stitcher or all those other places you can find us, make sure that you guys check them out too over on YouTube. So we're getting closer to the fun segment, but we have one more to talk about. Leon, who do you think is the greatest Jedi? Not your favorite, but who do you think is the greatest in terms of what they achieve on film?
Oh, on film, it's definitely Luke.
Nick, Kendo, what do you guys say about that?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, well, Luke has had the most complete journey. You know, we've had Anakin who turned to the dark side and killed a bunch of younglings. We had Qui-Gon Jinn, which didn't last. He didn't last too long.
Oh, yeah,
he was still in there.
He didn't make it for the first movie, dude.
No. But yeah, I mean,
Kendo, do you have an answer?
Yeah, Anakin Skywalker. He brought balance to the Force. I mean, they didn't say how he was going to do it, but he did it. And then, he went and helped create a galactic empire that ruled really successfully for a long period of time. And then he killed the Emperor. So, him.
Well, balance to the Force is even on both sides. So even by that argument, there's no balance to the Force. It's just good.
2 versus 2 is balanced.
Now, I would I would argue Obi-Wan Kenobi because his
him
mission
too.
was to protect Luke on Tatooine. Not only did he protect Luke, he got him on the journey to help Luke defeat Vader, the Empire, all that fun stuff. So I'd say Obi-Wan Kenobi is the most effective Jedi. And now we have the cast from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series right here in front of us.
Oh boy.
Yeah, O'Shea Jackson Jr. is my favorite.
I love that pick. I love that pick.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. He was in the Godzilla movie with Millie Bobby Brown,
right?
Yeah.
He plays Ice Cube too, doesn't he?
Yeah. He plays Ice Cube in Straight Outta Compton. That's the part that fucked my head up with that movie. I was so excited. I'm like, all right, it's like the NWA movie. It's gonna be fucking great. Their album is fantastic. And then it's like, wow, that guy that they got to play Ice Cube looks a lot like fucking Ice Cube when he was 19 years old. And I find out it's his son. I'm like, okay. Woo. That was weird.
I love how they're putting Kumail Nanjiani in everything, just everything.
Hey, they love to talk about everyone. Shit, he literally is the Indian version.
Yeah, I think
apparently Cal Penn had to pass the torch on to him. It's like shit. All right, man, it's fine.
See, Cal Penn was funny as shit.
Well, no, sorry. Cal Penn had to hand it off to the Big Bang Theory guy. The Big Bang Theory guy had to hand it on to Kunal over here. So
yeah,
oh god, there can only be one popular brown guy in Hollywood at a time. There can't be more than that.
What was that?
So
guy
he's like a Highlander.
Yeah, pretty much. Except they don't die; they just pass a torch. That's it.
Right. Reincarnation, Doc.
There you go.
So
there
if
you
we want to go back to the beginning of the millennium, I guess we'll go Jay Chandrasekhar is like the first, right?
Yeah,
but he's still cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the guy that was on the Big Bang Theory? What was his name? Like even the character's name, Raj, right?
Yeah, Raj
Kuthrapali.
Yeah,
yeah. I was like, is that? That's the kind of name where I'm like, do I know somebody with that name? Like, no, I don't. TV show. I've never met somebody named John Connor. I feel like I have, but I haven't. So obviously, Ewan McGregor's back now. Hayden Christensen, flashbacks. Yay! Because if his ass is going to be running around in a Darth Vader costume, this is what's wrong with Disney casting. They go, Hayden Christensen, Darth Vader. No, you don't need Hayden Christensen to play Darth Vader. You need James Earl Jones to voice Darth Vader, and Hayden Christensen can do anything else he likes. But if you're going to put him in the Darth Vader suit, that is a waste casting opportunity. This is just trying to get people to watch the show. Because guess what, folks? He plays Darth Vader in the end of Revenge of the Sith. I like Revenge of the Sith, but he brings nothing new to the character of Darth Vader. Him in that costume is nothing special. You have David Prowse, you have Bob Anderson, you have stuntmen, classic stuntmen throughout the years have portrayed Darth Vader. And guess what? The most important part is just the voice. So I don't really see how this is going to get anyone excited, but hey, I could be that guy. So I don't know who Moses Ingram is. Do you?
Nope.
All right. Well, Joel Edgerton is back, which means he's going to play Uncle Owen, which makes me worried because this is everything I didn't want. I don't want a story of Obi-Wan constantly trying to watch over Luke and all this other shit. Like trying to fill in
barbecue.
Oh.
Jesus.
Do you think they were dry rub or sauce based?
I'd like to think
Dry
they
rub.
were dry rub.
Yep.
You think the Tatooine sand has kind of eroded their skin? It makes the meat extra juicy.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Adds more to the skin. It gives you more of a crispy skin when you get on those flames.
Yeah, I mean they looked pretty crispy.
Especially that rapid seasoning method with the laser guns really changes the profile.
That's the Imperial method, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's like a marinade injector.
Plasma shots and Tatooine sand. The best seasoning.
Yeah. This tastes like Empire.
Glory be. Hail the Empire.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like freedom. Let me tell you that.
Now,
like you can tell these were not set for stun.
Stunning and
different flavor.
I don't know who Bonnie Picey is or Pixie. Now, Kumail Nanjiani is in everything, so it's not really a surprise. He's in a Marvel thing. He's in Star Wars. He's been in Twilight Zone. He's in a movie with Batista. Like, the dude's everywhere. He's the it guy right now. Good for him. I just hope the show doesn't suck. But if you would have said, well, no, I can't say that. There was never a time in my life if you said Bill Burr in Star Wars would I have ever gone, why? I would have always gone, cool. That'd be cool. Who's he going to tell to fuck off?
And those are still two of my favorite episodes in that series.
If they made a Bill Burr Star Wars figure, I might have to break my rule because it's Bill Burr.
I'm gonna have to pre-order that.
You're the man, Bill Burr. Indira Varma. I do not know this actress. Do you guys? Indira Varma. Rupert Fiend. He's been around for a while, but I don't think I've heard from him in a minute. He was in a ton of shit.
Rupert Fiend. He looks like Orlando Bloom almost.
Rupert Friend. I fucked it up. Yeah, Rupert.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I can't read. I haven't slept in a day. Anyway, this guy was in Agent 47, the Hitman movie, as well as Pride and Prejudice and The Young Victoria. I can't wait. Oh, actually, I can wait. Look at this guy. Upon closer inspection, I think we can wait for this guy. Dion, is this the kind of guy that you look at and go, he's going to be awesome in Star Wars? Unless you're going to go Imperial Officer, what else could this guy do? Got a very square head.
No. Who's that motherfucker going to be? He damn sure ain't going to be anyone other than the evil white dude.
Oh, yeah. That guy's evil white guy written all over it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. He looks evil right there.
Yeah.
He's trying to smile.
He looks like he's up to some shit.
No, Jeff. He is smiling.
Yeah.
You know what he looks like to me? He looks like a GoldenEye. He looks like a GoldenEye character from N64. Because remember when you look at him head on, and look okay.
Yep, like the fucking blockheads.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Oh my god. Yeah. He's definitely evil white dude for sure.
He looks evil. Evil. So we also have, to close out the Obi-Wan cast, we have O'Shea Jackson Jr., which is we've commented on. Soon Kang. Now, is this the guy that plays Han in the Fast and Furious?
Yep.
Yes, that's him. That's him.
Well, I hope he doesn't die in this one because I like the actor.
I like him a lot.
I hope he's racing speeders.
Oh, dude,
Tatooine Drift.
Tatooine Drift. I was about to say, dude, Obi-Wan Kenobi Tatooine Drift. I will take back every negative Star Wars comment I've ever made. I live my life 12 parsecs.
Yes. Oh my god.
They're all racing to Taji Station to pick up the power converters.
And they got to loop around the Youngland Wastelands through Beggar's Canyon on the way back home.
Yes. See, now that I would watch and say, you know what, this is fantastic. I don't care that they have Obi-Wan sitting over there having a beer with Darth Vader. That makes absolutely no sense. But this is great.
You know, it'd be fun for a video game is if they took, you could bring back Star Wars Racer, but bring back like a Tatooine Landspeeder racing game. Have it be like a Star Wars equivalent of like Backworld NASCAR racing, but have all the characters have personalities and shit. That'd be so fun. Have this dude in it.
Oh man.
Simone Kessel, don't know her, and then Benny Safdie, I don't know him as well.
He is a co bad white guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Less bad white guy.
Yeah. He's assistant to the badder white guy. So
Turns good.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, good for those evil people. So that is the.
I mean, they're getting a Disney paycheck. I mean, you can't really complain too much.
I know.
Well,
there's your Obi-Wan Kenobi cast. Are you guys excited about this show, or do you just not give a shit?
I mean,
the latter.
This doesn't change. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't change my my view on it. I mean, like some of them I really like, and some of them I'm not a big fan of. But you know, I'm still not in total belief that it's going to happen. But you know, this doesn't hurt or help it for me.
Yeah, I very much do not give two fucks about this.
Yeah. I'm not going to show this. Never mind. Apparently, there's a Pussifer album called V for Vagina.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh, here's a perfect image for the Vagina game, folks.
Okay.
YouTube will never. I mean, how could you stop this? It's the most pure form of entertainment ever. People are like, what the fuck are you about to show, dude? Just that.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
Now, moving on with tonight's show. Drew Nitpicker says the Vagina Machine. Ooh, like the way it operates. There's a lot of truth behind this movie title. In the Vagina of Madness.
Oh, that's good.
Drew Nitpicker's back with Fear and Loathing in Vagina. You know what I really need to develop is an NPR style voice to where I can read Vagina titles like a Terry Gross. This is fresh air. Doug Keller, Where the Vagina Roams.
Oh, dude, I got one. Vagina Jam.
Ew.
No, it's
But I
like
like
Space Jam. Never mind.
Yeah, we got what it's referencing, but still.
Okay. I was thinking like, more like Log Jamming when I, thought about that, not the other
I
one.
thought
that wasn't. Yeah, what you were referencing was not the problem in that statement.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to put that on my toast, so no.
All right, Space Vagina.
Spagina?
You see,
Vagina.
and that's entirely acceptable. Yeah. That just sounds like a crappy Roger Corman movie.
Ooh. 12 Vagina.
Dion, would you watch that with Buffalo Jeff?
Dion, it's Vagina Time.
Kamikaze, thank you very much for the super chat. They say people are actually upset New Gods got canceled. Like, did they not see A Wrinkle in Time? Well, Kamikaze, I hope you heard me laugh over the cancellation of this. And it's not about her losing a job. It's not about her being taken away. It's about Jack Kirby's legacy. For God's sakes.
Well,
the
yeah,
guy got screwed over in life. Let shit based on his work at least be decent.
Yeah, and it's about them making less woke movies. Like, yeah, it's something to do with her, even though she leans a certain way and she makes a certain type of movie, which is fine. But like, don't put that into comic book stuff. It's fucking weird. Don't do it.
Let's have Catherine Bigelow direct it. I mean, she made Point Break, so she can't fuck it up that bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's a good point.
So we actually have Mikote. I can't speak. Oh, 1 second. Says Mikote Matasiko says the vaginas. It looks like this one got past the filter. So, folks, you can use the one instead of an I.
Yeah, that's how I had to be able to send you messages. Ask Jeff, how big is Batista's dick?
Primer says, keep in mind, Knives Out only cost $40 million to make. Yes, that's probably why they're buying into it. But why do they need $500 million? Did Rian Johnson just scam his way? Did he Benioff and Weiss his way? Wait, wait. There's got to be a fuck. This has got to be it. This has got to be a conspiracy.
That's how Lucasfilm gets rid of their trash.
That's how Lucasfilm gets rid of their trash. World class bullshitters figured it out right here. Mindless Entertainment figured it out. It's the back deal Netflix deals. How did they get rid of Benioff and Weiss? How did they get rid of their Star Wars films? Well, after Game of Thrones shit to bed, they don't want to work with them anymore. Netflix offers them a fuck ton of money to work on some bullshit. An unprecedented deal. What happens with Rian Johnson's candy ass? Well, he's going to make Star Wars movies. Well, no, he's going to get Netflix trilogies.
Oh my God, the red yarn, it all connects.
Yeah.
Pepe Sylvia has been discovered. His mail has been delivered, okay?
Yeah. We figured it out.
No, seriously, there's got to be some validity to that, though.
I'm sure there is.
It's making sense to me.
How are people not like? Okay, this is kind of disappointing that Netflix will take anyone's trash. It's like, oh, we have a high-profile guy that has worked on Star Wars and this big hit. I know Netflix shouldn't be a step down, but wouldn't it be? I guess people. What would you want to argue? Creative control over Knives Out, or more visibility with Star Wars? Like, do you have passion, Rian Johnson, for Star Wars? No, you don't. Yep. Thank you, Breadman Productions. The X-File theme's played right now.
just hearing that thought go through. It's like, oh my God! Like,
yeah.
It all makes sense now.
You get shit done on this show. We're not.
We do.
We actually got some content and some creativity, some brain function, and we solve fucking mysteries that you guys need solved. So there you go.
Damn right.
And we also say fucked up shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, from time to time, not all the time.
Yeah.
From a certain point of view.
That's right.
Oh dear, oh dear. Dion, that's for an audience of one. Adam Walford says, "Hey guys, I tweeted the cast of Eisenhorn show. We'll check that out. Nick, if you see that, drop that my way, please." Primer says, "Every time Jumper is mentioned, all I can think of is Samuel L. Jackson looking like a middle-aged Cisco."
That hair was fucking
Oh my god, I forgot about that. He had the silver hair and everything. He's like, let's go, let's
Is he gonna do the backflips and shit?
I hope so.
If he's got a really good wire team, maybe.
Sorry, I just read a message that came in. God, I gotta wait till we get there because goddamn, it's funny. Didn't Cisco have a music video where he fought a dragon?
Well, I mean, that's what he called himself, the Dragon.
Yeah.
I don't know if he. I don't remember. If, I wouldn't doubt it was. He came out in the late '90s. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he even remade the thong song in 2015 to like an EDM beat or something. So it was, the video was redone and everything. It was crazy.
God, Cisco Unleashed the Dragon is a real thing.
Yeah, that's
So-
yeah,
but like, there's a music video of a dragon, and he's dancing. with it. Like,
I believe that it was the beginning of 2000s, end of the 90s, and like TRL was a thing. Like the videos were a big,
Where are the
big
fucking
pull. Like,
aliens that just end this?
I mean, it happened. Okay, it happened.
I mean, here's proof that it happened. Look at this bullshit right here. Cisco goes running out of the goddamn alley at Finding's house. The dragon flips over. Cisco lives. Kind of a disappointing outcome, but hey, that's how it happened.
Dude. I don't know about that one. That's a no one watched it and was like, yeah, this is good.
No one watched it, period. That's why he's a one-hit wonder. And I like Cisco. I mean,
too.
The Wild Wild West and Drew Hill, I wouldn't call the Drew Hill like Cisco hits because it's, multiple people, but hey.
No, for sure. Agreed.
Can't believe we're talking about 90s R&B groups.
Cisco.
Oh my god.
Let's do a deep dive into Bone Thugs and Harmony while we're at it.
Oh my god.
Well, dude, it is the first of the month, so let's do it.
Yeah, there you go.
NG1T says, great videos, but I've yet to hear anything interesting with these talks you have. And he just says another super chat says, good videos. Well, thanks for the super chats and keep watching the videos. I write them and I like them. Very proud of the work. Read the comic. I write those too. And draw them. TLJ Screwjob says, Thunder Vagina, the man with the golden vagina. We need to talk about a man with a golden vagina.
That's back on that website I was talking about earlier.
He has a powerful weapon. He charges $1 million a shot. An assassin who's second to none. The man with the golden vagina.
Yeah, done.
I mean, they can cause you to do stupid things to be killed.
Not only that, or sometimes, depending on how good it is, you pay $1 million a shot.
Yeah, it's called alimony.
Ooh. Sorry, one of these. What'd you say?
Or traveling expenses.
Yeah, this popped up. Somebody requested it. That has to happen. Now, Anubis T800. Actually, I'm glad you sent this because I want to have a talk about this for a moment. He says, yeah, WCBS, you're right. And if they want representation, they must go watch movies from another country. And besides, we have Rush Hour for diversity. Well,
I mean, Rush Hour's not wrong.
Well, I mean, Rush Hour was it was just that idea of like the buddy cop movie, and they tried putting everything to it. It's like, well, we'll learn to make it two dudes. We'll make it an older dude and younger dude. Then we'll make it a white guy and a black guy. Then we'll make it a guy and a dog. Then we'll make it a black guy and an Asian guy. And that's kind of the perpetuation of that. I mean, that's all it is. Like they keep trying to remake this thing that everybody likes in a different fashion, so they can keep making that thing, which is fine. Mm-hmm. That's all it was. And they were fun movies.
Do you remember? Listen to how we're talking. Oh, they've done it this way and that way. It used to be interesting and different because 48 Hours is nothing like Beverly Hills Cop, which is nothing like Starsky and Hutch from 2004, which is nothing like what's the one, Tango and Cash, which is nothing like. But the point is, like, buddy cops, or the Lethal Weapon franchise. Buddy cop is this genre that has a lot of similarities, but it works. And if you really want to break it down on like an academic level, the buddy cop genre has probably been the most progressive form of entertainment in terms of race relations of anything for decades. Because look at Lethal Weapon is the prime example. Look at how the Murtaugh family is represented. You want to talk about this shit, folks? You want to get into your diversity? You want to talk about how films need to represent certain people? Go back and watch all these movies that have done this for decades. Richard Donner may be preachy in some of their shit about eating tuna or, it's albacore and this and that crap. But you know what? They did it right with Lethal Weapon. They didn't make fun of Riggs for being the old white guy or this and that. They just brought him into the family. If you made that movie today, it would be how dumb he is or all this shit. The TV show couldn't last. They couldn't get that balance, right? Like the buddy cops always did that shit. Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker were like brothers in that movie.
Yeah. And I mean, I was talking about the genre just being like, it's extensive in that point. It's just kind of like, it's gone on for a while. Yeah, Hollywood has redone it, but they do redo it because it works, kind of thing. You know, that's why we have it. I mean, even the Starsky and Hutch show in the fucking 60s. What was it? The 60s and 70s? 70s. Okay, 70s. They went to they had a guy called Huggy Bear, a black guy. They would go to for all their stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Wasn't Huggy Bear an undercover pimp?
He was something, man. He was something.
Yeah.
I remember watching an episode where they meet him in a theater and he's watching porn. Like he mentions what the theater is, and you're like, he's watching porn. They never show up, but you know what it is. And I'm just like, this is a show on TV back in the 70s. It's like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was a much different age,
dude. Yeah, I mean, I actually got, what is it? I've been trying to put the old school Mission Impossible show in my digital collection, so that's been fun to watch because it's an old 60s show and it's
Dude, we got a Pluto channel. I watch Mission Impossible all the fucking time,
dude. Yeah, it's great. Yep, Huggy Bear, man. There he is.
Yep, Huggy Bear,
played by old Snoop Dogg in the movie.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, in all honesty, that's the only person I would think of to play fucking Huggy Bear in a remake of that show. That's the only person I would think of.
Yeah,
only person who would fit, man.
And Anubis, the point I actually wanted to make about the super chat was movies from other parts of the world. It's kind of a myopic view to think only Disney can make movies about Asian people or black people. I think that's really short-sighted to think that their take on it is the definitive take because you have the most money behind it. Plus, a lot of China has a very strong film market on its own. They kind of reject a lot of our movies. So what are you going to do this time? Is Shang-Chi is a part of the Marvel universe. If you act like he's the most popular character, you're lying to me and yourself. Dion, isn't it kind of sad that Iron Fist has a bigger presence overall? You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it were as important as you'd say, they would merge towards that shit, but they don't.
Yeah. Well, all I wanted to say though is yeah, folks, you can get all these great movies, all these wonderful things that they want to say are first here in our media. Just look around. There's great movies from all over. You want some kick-ass movies? Go watch John Woo. Those are fun.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So TLJ Screwjob says, "What's worse? Gunn wasn't involved, but the bullet did Christopher Reeves, or Owen Hart went over the edge when the harness malfunctioned?"
Damn.
I'm going to say a horse killed Superman. That's what I'm going to say.
Yep. Damn right.
Yeah.
You know my answer.
Yeah, Owen Hart.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with Owen Hart as well because he died. Christopher Reeve, while it was tragic what happened to both of these guys on the same level. Sadly, thankfully, Christopher Reeve took his tragedy and turned it into an inspirational thing. He became a speaker. He tried to help, bring awareness to his causes and stuff. He raised money for charity. So he had a second life after the accident. So I'm gonna go with it's always worse because Owen Hart just fucking dies briefly after the thing, and they go on with the show. It's just nobody wins. It's really just a dark moment, period.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lighten up the show with Zach Z. Bill and Ted Face the Vagina.
There you go.
I watch that.
AJ Journeyman says, "I love Goodnight Moon video you made. I can't stop listening to it. I love
it." What tier in our Patreon is that, Jeff?
Just $5.
There we go.
We only put stuff like the most right now. That stuff's right there because it's fun. Everybody wants to be able to listen to Buffalo Jeff. Now, when Buffalo Jeff videos start popping
everybody except one person.
An audience of one, Dion Green, the biggest bitch on the planet.
Dion, can I tell you some? You want to hear a true story right now about Buffalo Jeff?
Hell no.
Wait, hold on, Jeff. What did you do? What did you do?
It's not as exciting anymore, but all I was going to say is when I listened back to the recording of me, I was like, wow, it is kind of creepy.
Yeah,
because I can
really.
hear it in my own voice. I can't hear how it sounds up on the microphone. I was like, Jesus Christ, no wonder Dion's uncomfortable. Dude, Buffalo Jeff is just like a better Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. 1, 2, Buffalo Jeff's coming for you, Dion.
It's a really short song, but okay.
He's got a theme song coming out, actually, Buffalo Jeff.
Buffalo Jeff, won't you come out tonight?
Yep. We're gonna get that recorded.
Come out tonight.
Now that's Buffalo Jeff. He loves that. TLJ Screwjob has an oddly perfect super chat. He says, read Go the F to Sleep as Buffalo Jeff. Now, TLJ Screwjob, for the very first time, I just heard Go the Fuck to Sleep. Because I was up for all those hours, and I was like, I need something to help me fall asleep. So Jesse put that on, and we laid in bed and listened to Go the Fuck to Sleep, as read by Samuel L. Jackson.
Fantastic.
That was a great night. Barb Rogers, Little Miss Sunburn, thank you very much, sends a punching Shiba Inu dog. Barb, thank you very much for the super chat. Cesario Japan says Star Wars. Dogecoin. Star Wars is so creatively bankrupt, says Cesario Japan. Again, they appear to have stolen the neutrals from Futurama for the trans non-binary Jedi twins for the High Republic. Cesario Japan and folks out there, I have a video discussing that because the High Republic, it's like every month it needs to Disney Star Wars every month needs to represent a new cause to make it relevant to get attention online. They have some idiots who think that intertwining Star Wars with whatever cause of the week is hot will bring in more money. What happens is you do get people talking about the High Republic comic books. You do get people making YouTube videos, but then you have a lot of people watching those and going, what? No thanks, I'm done. How disappointed would you have been as a kid? Anyone out there, if you pick up this Star Wars comic book, you're like, yeah, Star Wars, it's cool, it's back, lightsabers and shit. And there's a fucking rock. And you're just like, that's it. And the characters suck across the board. It doesn't matter what they represent, what they go to bed with, who they go to bed with, what they do with their pieces. They're just not well made. They're dumb. Ram Jamaram is a joke. He's a button. More people know Ram Jamaram from a button on this show than anybody has read the fucking book. That's I have videos that have way more views about Ram Jamaram than the books that sold that feature Ram Jamaram. High Republic is just a fucking Jamaram. The High Republic is Jamaram.
Boy.
But Jeff, the High Republic made it to the New York reading list thingy.
New York Times.
New York Times reading list.
You know what I say to that,
George
Nick?
Bush doesn't care about black people.
That's also a factually true statement.
I'm just gonna, dude. When I go to court, sir, under oath, blah blah blah. George Bush doesn't care about black people. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
It's like the Chewbacca defense. It's the Bush defense. It's every question you ask. George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I don't know. Whenever George Bush is around Michelle Obama, they seem to be buddy all the time. So I don't know about that.
It's a diversion.
It's a diversion.
You know, you do that.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Dion's theory.
Yep. Docker to Barry.
Yeah. I don't.
Nero, is that you?
Dion, I didn't think you were into fruit salad. You're more of a pound cake guy.
Yes.
Bringing it back.
You ain't lying.
I mean, but I mean, he likes a particular kind of pound cake. It has to be about 3 days old and kind of crusty.
Yeah. Hold up. Oh. Hold up. What the fuck?
That looks like a loaf of bread stuffed into a shoe.
Let me sleep in your bed.
That's for you, Dion.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Oh my god! That was perfectly timed as well.
That was good.
Yeah. What you doing?
Keep doing
Now, Sweet Cod sends in a great super chat who says, Indira Varma is hot and has been naked and stuff. Yes, she is.
Yeah, she was in a movie called Kama Sutra in '96.
I have seen that film. Not too far off from 97. I'm just joking. 99. I saw it in 99, okay? It was an interesting summer.
Like, easy, man. Damn. You know, you hit manhood that early.
I was born man. I have shaved every day since I was born, Dion. I don't know how I kept that from you. It's not like I lived with you for years or anything like that.
The dude was 6 foot tall when he was 7.
Yeah. That motorcycle knows the truth.
Yeah, he's like, he knows what's going on.
Visurai Gaucho says Teenage Mutant Ninja Testicles, Vagina of the Ooze. Ew.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You're trying to take that one.
Touche, sir.
I think that's an STD.
That's something.
They got injections for that.
Yep.
TLJ Screwjob, Vagina Loose. This will be our last one before we move on to the next segment from our friend Seahawk Scott, who says, Ann Coulter is looking for some side work. Forget the Borg cube. This one could single-handedly destroy the entire star system.
God.
Yeah, I have never seen her on TV and went, oh, thank God, it's Ann Coulter.
Right.
She doesn't brighten up a room. She doesn't add a nice witty retort. I just go, oh, it's this fucking lady. And then I usually turn off the TV.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Is she all there?
No,
so.
sir. That is a no.
No.
Have you ever seen her talk live? Like it's frightening. It's like, wow, something went wrong, and we need to find out in your timeline where and correct it.
I love the conspiracy theory that she's a comedian, and this is all her just doing it for her bit, which I think is hilariously.
I mean, it's working.
Yeah.
But nah, she's like any of those political pundits. That's all they do is, talk politics on news shows. They're all fucking crazy. It's like you clearly are I don't understand how you can enjoy life when that's all you do.
Yeah, really, man.
Normal people for a long time.
Yeah, like how can you be a political pundit that long and just like, God, that's got to really, really suck. You're just constantly 24/7 in politics. Like, does
dude,
your head just want to explode?
All right, I'm sending a message over to Chad. I just had a brilliant idea.
Okay.
Ooh. Continue.
No, it's fine. But I mean, like, yeah, like all those people who do this, especially in the elections, like you must, God, every day must be just like a coffee enema for you. It's like you need this much caffeine to get going, and then you need so much weed later and Valiums to like calm you down afterwards. Like it just must be like that.
Friends.
Yeah, yeah, because everything you talk about, regardless. Yeah, because everything you talk about, even on the weekend, is like, fuck the elections, fuck. It's like, really? Calm down. I can't imagine that. Like, that's got to be the worst thing. That's the worst thing.
It would suck.
Well, it's life imitating art, so.
Yeah.
Now, tonight, Dion, we actually get to talk about something that's not going to scare the piss out of you. There's no Buffalo Jeff segment yet. The fans can add him in anywhere you want. But I wanted to share something to take us back a little bit for just a moment. As I, of course, want to play the mini player, guys, right?
Hell yeah.
There's that go. There it goes. Remember this, Dion?
Hell yeah, dude. Yes.
Anytime, folks, you want to see Dion stand up on his feet and get excited, play the first 5 seconds of that shit.
Dude, I literally perked up on my chair fucking watching that just now.
I have a Pavlovian response to a very specific wrestling theme, but Dion has it to that. You play that shit, we just like, it's like you just play it and he looks like, where's it at? It's like a calling sign to him. So, folks, we're not Limp Bizkit enthusiasts. We're not here to talk about how great Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavor was as an album. It was an album. It happened.
It was their seminal work, Jeff. It really was.
It really was their best work. I bought it as a kid because of what we're about to talk about. So, yeah, tonight is a rarity. We have in a long time since we started this show. But you know what? Tonight is an anniversary. Probably one of the most memorable nights of my life and one of the most important nights in wrestling. So 20 years ago today, guys, Dion, Kenda, I know you guys can't believe it. 20 years ago tonight, Wrestlemania 17, the greatest show ever put on by the WWF. Holy shit. I can't believe it's been 20 years. I feel old.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
what happened?
We were. Oh my god, that's crazy. I cannot. The nostalgia just talking about this. I love it. I dig it.
Yeah, this is important to me because this is the first pay-per-view we ever ordered. Before this, the year before this, I was already a wrestling fan. And I'll never forget when WrestleMania 16 was going on, my mom and I had to go to Kroger. And for some reason, the lady at the checkout line was talking about her husband or somebody watching WrestleMania at home. And I felt like I was left out because we didn't have access to cable. We didn't have access to pay-per-view, but I knew it was this big event. And so I kept watching wrestling, and we get to the next year and then this. And so I'm sitting there at home watching Sunday Night Heat, calling, Mom, can we order this? Can we please order this pay-per-view? And my mom, being my mom, goes, oh, okay. At the last minute, we ordered it. And I watched this whole show with my mouth open. This is amazing. Like, God, I can't believe how much fun it was. I taped it. I watched it probably 50 times. This was it. This was the biggest thing ever.
Oh, dude, yeah, I remember being a kid, and like me and my cousins would always have a thing worked out where like we like one of us would get the pay-per-view, then we'd record it for the other one every time it happened, so we wouldn't pay that much, but they were still like $60 a pop.
Yeah. I remember this was a 4-hour event, and it wasn't cheap, so it was worth it though, man. Now, Kendo, you're a longtime wrestling fan. You were watching earlier than Dion and I were.
Yes.
Were you around for WrestleMania 17?
Yes, Jeff. I've been around since WrestleMania 6. I think that was the first WrestleMania I was aware of was WrestleMania 6. So, yep, definitely around for WrestleMania 17. It worked. It works in two ways, actually, now that you talk about it, because watching WrestleMania 17, when they did the gimmick battle royal and the gobbledygooker came out, I'm like, damn, that was like 10 years ago. Fuck, I remember it like it just happened. And now I'm like, damn, that was 20 years ago. I remember it like it just happened. Fuck, what's happened? Stop the train. I want to get off.
Probably one of the worst gimmicks ever next to the right to censor.
Actually, the right to censor could be making a comeback because of all the censoring that's going on.
They already have made a comeback, Kendo. They won.
Yeah, they played the long game, and it's paid off for them in spades.
It was them all along, Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. So, it's rare that you can pinpoint the decline of an industry. Some would say, oh, The Last Jedi is when Star Wars died. Some would say it was earlier than that. But many people will pinpoint that the end of the Attitude Era ended when Stone Cold did a line with Vince McMahon, and the WCW/ECW had been purchased by the WWF. So, folks, it's interesting. In the 90s, you had 3 wrestling companies, and wrestling was hot. How did it go? How did it end? Well, the WWF, the biggest of them all, ended up buying the other 2. And then wrestling kind of just shit the bed and has been garbage for the better part of 20 years. But this is the last event where wrestling was truly great, where it was a must-see television series, where it was, wrestling was so popular at this point in time, they had a restaurant in Times Square. People would go there just to watch a Monday Night Raw show on TV. Yeah. Like, it was the hottest thing in the world, and this was the top. And so I don't really look back on it and I go, oh man, WrestleMania, that was the last great one. I'm just glad it happened. That makes sense.
No, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And it definitely was, especially to be, because now it's weird because now, WWE is what we thought that they were, pandering to us. Like they wanted kids and young people and everyone to watch it, and then you realize that was technically not what they were capable of doing when strictly pandering to kids. But it was just such a big deal. And it was just a cultural phenomenon. Like I remember, we being kids back then, how many kids, Jeff, did you see with a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt or with a Rock shirt?
How many adults did you see wear that shit at the same time?
Oh yeah, dude, that's true.
That shit was so fucking cool. Oh man, it
was the hottest ticket back then.
Seriously, oh man, it was the shit.
So it's kind of sad to see what happened to wrestling. Folks, I do have a video coming out this week, not to talk about wrestling, but the censorship that is happening. So currently, we've mentioned this a couple times, and it pisses me off more than you believe, how basically NBC Universal has got the license, the rights to the WWE library, and they've gone and they've edited content that they find offensive, not what other people find, what fans find, what one or two people at NBC Universal find offensive. They're going back and cutting this from the catalog. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, Jeff, it's not a big deal. I'll just buy it on home video. It doesn't exist on home video. Oh, that's no big deal. I'll get a VPN and I'll stream it from another part of the world. Well, wake up. They fucking edited it on other platforms too, guys. So,
oh my God, really?
Yeah. So when this shit is cut out from the WWE Network version on Peacock, it's gone. I've been seeing posts pop up on Facebook. This isn't on my version and I'm in Australia. This isn't in mine and I'm in the UK. Like, it's just gone across the board. We're watching a company take moments of their history and letting another company wipe it out and act like it never fucking happened. Also, too, every time you watch a fucking match on a pay-per-view, a commercial plays. So every match, like back in the day, it wasn't a big deal. It's like, all right, you're watching a pay-per-view, so they're going to have your match, and the commentators give you a moment to cool down. But now Peacock, in the middle of it, a service that you're paying for, you go, oh, that was a great match. Now I'll get to watch a fucking commercial, and then it takes me back to the match. Like, why did they do any of this? I know the answer is money, but they're not going to make any. No one's happy about this acquisition. Nobody's happy about this fucked up Wrestlemania. Nobody's happy about any of this shit.
Vince
Until people start canceling all their stuff and directly relating it to what's going on and the switch over, it's not going to resonate. As long as the stock is still worth something, as long as they're still getting subscriptions and they don't have the straight up revolt from the fans, as long as people just continue to keep eating the shit up and just saying, well, it sucks, but it's still wrestling, I still love it, I'm gonna keep paying for it. Until that stops happening, they're not gonna get the message.
That's probably, but that could happen here. That could very well happen here because this Vince McMahon's long-term need to get in bed with NBC is by it itself weird. But people who are paying or people who don't have either, and Peacock is trying to get more subscribers. If you're a wrestling fan, you're like, oh shit, WWF or WWE rather is now on Peacock. I'll finally, because before I didn't really want the WWE network subscription. Okay, I'll get Peacock, and then you go to buy it and you hear that, oh well, this is some of the biggest moments are being edited or being taken out. You're not going to get that Peacock. You're not going to go and finally spend your subscription money. So, that, and in terms of stock prices and making money from these mergers, this looks a lot closer to tout than it does to becoming a streaming partner here. It just screams, you're alienating people for something that they either already have or aren't going to get because of this merger. So, I don't think it's very smart.
No, the one thing that I'm saddened about though is there's a lot of people that I see go, it's good that we forget these things. It's so good, and then they talk about the new people and the Roman Reigns and all this other dumb shit. But those are the type of people that are really scary because they're so fucking dumb. Just because, it wasn't nice that it happened. Dude, how many fucking wars were nice? But we have to remember them, all the people that fought and sacrificed and did shit. Oh, it wasn't nice to remember, so we want to forget. No, just because it's entertainment or whatever, it's all about it being history. It's historical in some way. Be it important to wrestling fans or be it being important to set a precedent. Like, you can't keep altering content just because you feel emboldened. You're like, why does NBC, what moral authority do they have? I get it. The fans have every right to boycott and quit, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sign up for this shit. We were getting ready for it. I'll find a pirated way to watch WrestleMania. It's the fucking theme anyway, so I'm going to steal that shit. Then that's it. Man. I'm not giving them any dollars. I cannot legitimately say that this is something I stand behind. Folks, this is my Disney Plus Gina Carano moment. This is my all that shit for me, because it's not just, they did somebody wrong. It's that ideologically this is wrong. They take away history, and I can't get behind it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, because we all grew up in the Attitude Era where they did like extreme dumb shit, and we all know it was wrong, and they knew it was wrong but they still did it just because they could and they could get away with it. Yeah, Triple H and all these guys look back at it and say, "Oh, that was we shouldn't have done that." It's good. They learned from it. It's fine. Whatever. That's good that you've learned from it, and we're gonna move on and never do that again. That's great. But it happened. You can't all of a sudden just be like, "Oh, we're gonna erase it." Oh, it never happened. Oh, we don't know what you're talking about. It's like, because then if you erase it, you might do something worse now.
Right.
That's gonna be that'll really get you canceled and really cause problems. Because back then, if you did it, people would be like, yeah, I should have done that. Yeah, you make it a couple of days, you be in the news or whatever, and that's it. Nobody really cares. But now, with as fast as things happen on Twitter and on all social media, it's like you will get canceled so quickly. It'll be ridiculous.
Well, to be fair, in the case of WWE, they're not going to do something worse than like that type of stuff in order to get themselves canceled. What they're going to do is they're continue to do something worse, as in putting out a terrible fucking product that eventually people who are continuing to decline watching will eventually just completely stop watching.
Well, not only that, and I think that one is definitely more probable of what's going to happen in terms of the long game. But you listen. You may not have a shot for shot remake of Vince dropping the M-bomb, but you're going to have someone say something very insensitive or whatever because you didn't keep the history and the response to that initial event around. So if you pretend that Vince never did it, someone's gonna do or say something really fucked up again, and they have no frame of reference. There's no context, and there's no importance as to why not to do it now. So I think it's very possible they end up doing something worse. You take this off of Peacock, and then say, "Hey, WWE gets emboldened," and they end up making a really bad reference. Or they end up making a Kobe Bryant with a white girl reference, like what's his name made on Raw.
Oh God, yes. Oh, fucking Bobby Lashley's manager.
Yes.
Abraham Washington.
Thank you. Fucking, it was driving me crazy. Abraham Washington. You have other Abraham Washington moments because there's like, don't ever mention the other time that we've made other fucked up jokes like that. And the WWE has gone through this already. So to pretend that if we get rid of it, we're not going to make the same mistakes. It's like, no, you've increased the fucking potential to make those mistakes because you have no reference of why it's important to pay attention to that shit.
Now, I want to take it from another angle for a moment. So in NBC wanting to wipe away the Roddy Piper Bad News Brown segment, they think they're going to fight racism by taking that away, right? That's their logic?
Yeah.
Yes.
You realize, NBC, that you're taking away that black guy's biggest moment on a platform. That's his biggest match ever. That's his legacy.
He wins.
So NBC Universal, in the desire to make the world more safe, you shit on the only living person whose legacy benefits from that match. All of these stories can be you. Here's the thing about wrestling. They do the fucked up shit for the bad guys to lose. When Vince drops the N-bomb, when Vince beats up so-and-so, guess what? When Vince drugged his wife, cheated on her, slept with Trish Stratus and all that stuff in the story, the comeuppance was at WrestleMania. It's all for the payoff at these events. It's like Star Wars. Oh, the plans to the Death Star. The plans to the Death Star. What do the plans to the Death Star mean? Watch the finale of the movie. The best space battle ever put on film. It's all about the build. That's what this shit is. And taking away Bad News Brown from WWE history is bullshit. Because they do it to Chris Benoit. That's a different conversation. But you shouldn't do it to Bad News Brown because Roddy Piper, one of your greatest superstars ever. See, I have a question for you guys on the panel tonight. Does Peacock now get to determine the WWE's legacy? Because some of their greatest superstars may not be politically correct. I love The Rock. He's my hero. I can list off 25 things that he's fucking said that won't be put on TV now when he's talking about big fat female pigs. Are they going to put that on Peacock? It'll probably
pie. Well, I mean, is this going to affect their shows in the future as well? Is also the question.
Oh, dude, their content is garbage now. It doesn't even matter.
Oh no, 100%. And nobody's saying that. But I mean, are they going to start dictating certain things about the show in the future that they're going to have to do or that they're going to want them to that's
absolutely, because it's going to end up being, what can we put on Peacock? Peacock being the long-term vision. Programming now is that's one more filter that we can't ever do anything close to DX impersonating the Nation, but does this character, the storyline, is this going to make it to Peacock? Is Peacock going to fucking hold this on their platform? Like, if they come up with someone after WrestleMania, this new character, can we eventually get this character on reruns on Peacock? It's absolutely going to dictate their current stuff. And again, that goes back to, people aren't going to get Peacock because, okay, well, they're going to, there's going to be the Peacock filter now. That's one more reason for me not to watch wrestling. That's 100% going to affect me.
Yeah, and I know some people out there are wanting to get Peacock because of The Office. Just you know what? Don't get Peacock and take all the money you'd spend on it and go buy it on DVD or Blu-ray and just enjoy it that way.
Yeah, they'll get their cut if you really got to support it.
Yeah.
Dion, the one question I have when you're talking about getting content ready for the Peacock network, what about Disney? Now, I know people go, well, Disney, Fox, WWE, they all have a contract. The biggest contract that they have on record, I think, is still their Fox deal. So what, like, it's so many different places and all, really the WWE is like a whore. You have two Richard Gere's and the WWE is like a fucked up Julia Roberts. And basically, she's just being passed around from one to the other, and they're always looking for what's the most acceptable thing where they can basically cut out, and they want to sanitize the content. I get it. Wrestling is always kind of stupid and an afterthought in terms of regular, respectable entertainment. But there's a reason why specific dudes were able to elevate themselves into the mainstream, because there was a small window. There was a small window when it was as good as anything else on television. I'm not acting like everything ever was, but there's a segment, 99 through about, actually part of 98 through about 2001, you were getting some of the best shit ever, but just on TV in general. And the numbers showed. And at the end of the day, I could be bitter. I could take the approach, my childhood's being wiped away. Not really. I had the great memories. But what I am watching is the world slip into a worse place. There's no world where I would accept what they're doing on Peacock. It's wrong. Morally, ethically, you can't justify it. Kids could see it. I was a kid watching this shit.
Dude. We all grew up on 90s action movies and shit we shouldn't have seen because our parents were awesome and let us watch it.
Exactly.
Or we did that shit where you rented movies and you put the really crazy one at the bottom, and they would just go through and buy it anyways. You'd be like, all right, cool, and you go watch in your room later. We did that shit. We've all seen at some point, hopefully, we've all seen as kids like Faces of Death. We all have that friend who found that weird videotape and been like, "Have you watched this? Don't if you turn away, you're a pussy." Like shit like that. We've had that. We've gone through that.
Yeah, but you got turned on by it. That's what made it weird.
Well, no need to out me like that on the fucking podcast. All right, and also no kink shaming. All right, so just calm yourself.
Kink shaming you. I'm just stating a fact.
Listen, man, what I do at my own time is my own time. Okay.
You're right.
You're
right, man. I believe in you.
At least I don't have a clown fetish.
I don't.
Oh!
That's the perfect response.
Now, guys, we're going to need to get this response ready because we have a listener, a very good friend of the channel, who has something to celebrate. So let me just pull this up real quick, because I think we're all going to appreciate this one. So, Dion, the ending of WrestleMania 17, do you like that Stone Cold went heel or no?
I like that he went heel, but not that way. Aligning with, if anything, he should have went back to the true anti-hero heel, where he was fucking up everyone to get what he wanted. The unlikable one, not the fucking plot armor one. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
it ends up not making any sense.
Oh, dude, go back and listen to JR's podcast. This is WrestleMania 17. Dude, they shit the bed with Stone Cold's heel turn.
Yeah, it was a terrible fucking idea. You take the most over guy in the company and try to turn around and make him a bad guy and aligned with the guy that he's been fighting with forever. Yeah, that's gonna work.
Well, and then go against him again to go against the guy that was against him becoming, what I mean? And you end up aligning with WCW and ECW.
Yeah, it was dumb. And after they fired you in real life, like how are we supposed to?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that doesn't make it. So go for the dude that didn't get. Okay, got it. Okay, makes sense. Plot armor, Paradise Rattlesnake. Okay.
So our friend Klaus Storick, hold on. There we go. This was for you. You get this all pulled up. Now he says, "Hey, WCBS crew, went to an interview and I start Monday. Can I get a hell yeah?"
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
I said, give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Oh man, I miss those fucking days. Jeez.
Hell yeah!
Dude, he was not my favorite, but being in the crowd chanting that shit.
Oh no, dude, he was my favorite. I fucking loved him.
Yep, Stone Cold was my favorite too.
The reason he was not my favorite is because I liked The Rock and Stone Cold was his enemy. Him and Triple H, I hated both of those guys. I'm like,
I hated Triple H. I was always still a Rock fan because Rock was so fucking cool. But Stone Cold was my number one. But I was still a huge Rock fan. Like I wanted Rock to, as much as I love Stone Cold. Don't get me wrong. I wanted Rock to win at WrestleMania. That was awesome.
Dion, the way I always tell people is I'm such a Rock fan. If The Rock wrestled my grandma, I'd hope he'd beat her with the people's elbow. I wanted everybody. I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit who he wrestled. It could have been there's a 4-second match where he beats the Big Boss Man. I was like, that's great. Like I didn't care. I was just such a fan. And then to watch him get his shit pushed in at WrestleMania broke my heart as a kid. But I'm talking about how it's the greatest of all time, folks. Wouldn't you want to see your favorite ride off into the sunset with the title and throw his arm up and the crowd cheers? No, my favorite guy got beat to shit and then left the next night for 3 months. But God damn it, was it the greatest event of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Now, we're going to read a couple more super chats, and then we're going to put this baby to bed. Now, Jesse, you have some big stuff over on your show tonight, right?
Oh, yeah. All right. Fishing early. Yeah. We'll be kicking off around 9 o'clock. It's Matriarchy Part 2.
Matriarchy Part 2 with Mary
or
Mayhem and Mandy Summers.
I can English. I will be Englishing probably this well or worse by that point. It'll be hilarious and fun. I've encouraged the ladies to bring alcohol. So
there you go. It's going to be a party night. Now, folks, again, I'd like to thank everybody. We moved more than one copy of the book. So thank you, folks, as we continue to move towards our next goal, which is the WCBS audio drama of Stealing Solo, produced by us, the cast of WCBS. And you know what the most exciting part about all this is, guys?
What's that?
Today's just the halfway mark.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
As of today, there are still 30 days left of the 60-day campaign. So
yeah, we have 705 backers as of right now.
Yeah. Folks, get those Fandom Menace trading cards. They're awesome. You can get them with the book. You can get them with the hat. You don't even have to get the book if you want to get the trading cards. Just get the trading cards. Still my artwork. Still awesome. Features all your favorite creators. And here are some of the, this is the art that's on the trading card. So this is how Mecha will look, and Cecil, and Mahler, and Jesse, and everybody. So, yeah.
I'm unlocked.
You are unlocked. You are today's achievement point.
Right, I'm an achievement.
Space Monkey 0899 says, dude, where's my vagina? Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He says, Buckaroo Banzai and the Invasion of the Fifth Dimension Vagina.
Oh my God, I fucking love that movie.
And it's up to Dion Green with a massive black ass to fight against the invaders using a giant pistol.
They can only depend on one man.
There is. I think Christopher Lloyd's character in that movie is called John Big Booty.
Oh my God.
That movie's ridiculous. I fucking love it.
Jeff Goldblum has never been cooler. Yes, I have seen Jurassic Park. Yes, that shirt open is cool, but come on, Jeff Goldblum and Buckaroo Banzai.
I think there's a whole EDM track of that Dion.
Hell yeah, I made that one of my either text tones or notification tones where I mix it with a fucking hip hop beat, and it's like it's definitely one of mine.
Go Big Boar, go home says, Jeff, did you get your refund from last WrestleMania? No.
Sore subject.
TLJ Screwjob says, speaking of wrestling, but society at large, can we go back to B&P matches? Bra and panty matches, as well as basic thugonomics instead of this PG era stuff?
Seriously.
I think that the women wrestlers are a lot better than they were back then, so they don't have to resort to those types of things to try to put on entertaining matches.
You know what, though? I don't want the bra and panty matches because the women that wrestle today are, on average, better looking, and they're in shit that's just as scantily clad. So if you want to be that guy and you're looking for your TNA fix on a wrestling show, you're going to get it from women that are better athletes, in my opinion, better looking, and have, just as revealing costumes. And depending on the kind of guy you are, you got more body diversity. Back in the day, you had your models with your fake tits, and you had good-looking ones, but then you had, your Terry Runnels who were kind of, fake and this and that. Nowadays, you got a much wider variety, so there's somebody for everybody. And ladies, too, if you like guys there's wrestlers you may like. But why am I trying to sell you wrestling on that way? Just don't watch it. Don't watch it at all. Let us tell you how great it was, and then just go, oh, it was a fun show, guys. Thanks. Don't ever watch this shit. Save the heartbreak.
Yeah, and then you can ask me about AEW, because for some reason I still try to watch that.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to keep him alive.
You're giving it to the little guy. I get it, man. Plus,
now,
the last pay-per-view was hilarious.
TLJ Screwjob, by the way, Dion and I did get to witness John Cena revive his basic thugonomics gimmick at WrestleMania 36.
Yes.
Or 5, excuse me. Dude, I can't believe that feels like a different life.
It does, man. I want to be able to go to WrestleMania. We'd be there next week. Fuck.
I wish I was there. We'll do some kind of Zoom call or something. We'll at least call each other.
Jesus.
Hell yeah. I'm still making it a thing. I think I'm gonna still take that Friday and Monday off. You
should. I'm gonna not be sober for WrestleMania weekend.
I'm getting fucked up.
Oh, somebody says bra and panty matches are boring without Stacy Keibler, or nothing without Stacy Keibler. I agree.
Yes, that was her prime.
Silent Bob 78 says, "Hey Jeff, enjoying the Kenner catalog scans." Well, Silent Bob 78, I noticed in my email that I just received them. Actually had the email up, and it just says, "Here are the catalogs. I didn't include blah blah." So yes, I do have the email. I have it right here. Thank you very much, Silent Bob. And folks, I'm going to be using that to help me format some of the collectible stuff in the higher tier, the Stealing Solo stuff. So Silent Bob 78, I'd like to thank you very much for helping me make that possible. And now finally we've reached the end of our super chats. Darian217. Vince on his HBO interview said years ago, to paraphrase, "Prostitution exists in the world, for example. I made characters on a TV show and in the real world. Do you want me to pretend like it doesn't exist?" So that's a pretty good way that Vince is not the greatest person or a good person at all. But he's a good businessman. And when he wants to take over the world of whatever he's working on, he can. It's when he gets these little whimsies, oh, Shawn Michaels! Dude, you spent the last year sanitizing wrestling, and now you have a male stripper with a mullet dancing around the ring. Yes, he's one of my all-time favorites. Yes, he's that great. Think about your branding, Vince. Oh, we have Mantar. What the fuck is Mantar?
He's half man, half tar.
Yeah, half man, half tar. All really bad. Just stupid.
God. Oh, yeah, and I mean, yeah, and I mean, you have the network and you have shitty shows, and you could have made fucking better. You could have made such funny, good shit with that, but you decided not to. You had the feed. You could have fucking made movies with that and tied it into conventions and made more money off that, but no, you didn't fucking want to do that either. So many opportunities. Such a dumbass.
Yeah, it's weird too, because wrestling, we talk about the SJW influence in all of entertainment. That hit wrestling first.
Yeah.
When I make my video this week, I'm going to just throw one thing out there at the end of the video. It's going to say, if this video offends you and you carry around a fake title at an event, I hope you fight somebody to defend that title. And I hope that somebody's me. Because I want to challenge one of those guys, Dion. We talk so much shit of those guys that are like, I bought a $500 title belt. That is cool. You're not the world champion.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
You just know what you do. What you do is buy money in the bank briefcase. You see somebody carrying around one of those titles, you just walk up, fucking hammer them over the back of the head with the briefcase, and then one of us is in a referee shirt, takes it, cashes you in, pins them 1, 2, 3, and then you take their title and walk off, and we'll just leave them the briefcase because that's how the trade works.
I bought one of those briefcases when we went to Florida. I still have it.
Yes. Yeah, you did. I forgot you bought a money in the bank briefcase. That's
yeah,
awesome.
There you go.
I was like, this is the craziest thing. I'm just gonna buy this.
Our buddy Fat Steven Seagal's back tonight, boys.
Yeah.
TLJ Screwjob says, well, my point was more that everything is overly sanitized and stuff, not just, bra and panties matches. We're just giving you shit, dude. Okay?
It's all good. Yeah,
Believe
it's all good.
If people said to me, like, what era of wrestling would you want back or, preserved a certain way? The era that I like includes the bra and panties matches. Remember HLA, Kendo?
Hot lesbian action, baby.
Yeah, that was a segment on wrestling, folks. This is the shit I
Well,
grew up.
no, not just that. Like Vince wanted these. Vince wanted the female wrestlers to be on Playboy. He wanted that to happen.
Yeah, they were. We had China. See, China was a curiosity because I just had to know.
Yep.
For years and years.
Well, she looked fine to me. Yeah, I was like, I'll buy it for that. Thanks.
All I'll
Appreciate
say is, I was actually at a loss for words when you said that, Dion. I was like, duh, but I didn't want to scream duh on a microphone right now. But all joking aside, like TLJ Screwjob, the stuff I would want would be like, I don't even need the most violent matches like an ECW bloodbath. I want the kind of matches where there's a believability and an action-based story. I want the guys to not be buddy-buddy. I don't want them to walking around backstage with their little Dixie cups hanging out. I want to think that these guys hate each other and that they want to kill each other. Oh, the police are here. Shit, it's going to get real. Like,
oh, yeah, definitely that shit.
The thing is, it's like Superman. The verisimilitude is all we want out of wrestling. Just treat it like it's real. It doesn't have to be real. We all know it's fake. I don't ever watch, I don't know. Michael Myers didn't really stab anybody in the first movie. Sorry to break your hearts. Like, he didn't kill, what's her face? Nancy Loomis. That actress is still alive. PJ Souls, they're still alive. Michael Myers really wasn't stabbed in the eyeball. But I liked it better when it was treated with some believability, some respect. And yeah, the violence, the action was required. I think the best way to handle it, Dion, remember back in like 04, 05, when you would have good Raws and SmackDowns, but you have these barn burner pay-per-view matches, like the 3 Batista Triple H matches in 2005?
Yes, dude.
Like, just have your pay-per-views be fucking huge. Have your shows be good. But Vince McMahon has lost it a long, long time ago.
He lost that love and feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Breadman Productions wanted to let us know, Dion, that today is Mackenzie Davis's birthday.
Oh,
So for those who don't know, Mackenzie Davis plays in Terminator Dark Fate.
God damn it.
Oh. Dion, do you believe in Dark Fate?
No, but I believe in Grace!
Grace.
You knew that was coming. You knew it was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I fucked up. I didn't know. My headphones were on and everything still. God damn it.
I'm right behind you.
God damn it, Jeff.
Sorry. Guys, awesome show tonight. With my lack of sleep, I'm surprised how well this show went. So I'd like to thank you guys for keeping me along. I don't know how I did it.
Bro, I love you, bro.
Bro. I like Matt Riddle. There, I said
I'm
it.
a huge fan. I was a fan of his when he was in MMA.
I had said to Jesse recently, Matt Riddle makes sense to me. Dion, figure out what that means.
He was in MMA. I knew it. I was like, I knew he had a background in real fight, like in
you
combat fighting, because you could tell from the way he moves.
Yeah.
You knew it.
Matt Riddle is awesome. He's high all the time, which doesn't really make me like him more, but it makes me understand him. Like when he falls down and like his eyes open up, I'm like, oh, this dude's just stoned wrestling. I get it.
Listen, I wanted him and Goldberg to actually happen.
So did I, because he would have beat the shit out of Goldberg. He's not a joke wrestler. He's not Orange Cassidy.
Well, that's how you know that Goldberg's for because Goldberg doesn't know that this dude fought for the UFC.
Yeah, Goldberg has not fought for any company. He's wrestled.
Yeah,
wasn't he going to be in UFC but backed out? Like he was like,
well, he was gonna be in the NFL and backed out, and obviously he was too.
Well, I thought he played for the Falcons. Like,
yeah,
like
no,
he made
he made it to the NFL, but he wasn't there very long.
No,
because he was big in college. But yeah, man, he was too far. Not enough money and continuing the football dream wasn't there. Goldberg, no, he fucking went to wrestling. So don't act like, oh, I'm a badass. Like, calm down, dude.
So TLJ Screwjob sent in another super chat. Thank you very much. He says, when was kayfabe broken for you personally, or did you always know?
I always knew. I always, even as a kid, like I knew it wasn't real. Kayfabe. My parents were just straight up like, hey, just so you know, that's like a movie. It's not real. Those guys really don't fight and believe that shit. It's like, oh, okay.
Well,
predetermined. Okay.
How many years? Every time you talk about wrestling, everyone's like, it's fake. I'm like, yeah, Jurassic Park is too. Like, they
Exactly.
didn't really want to make those
I'm like,
fans
you don't
laugh.
think that Bryan Cranston really smoked meth or made meth, do you?
You don't think
No?
he'd really marry that woman, do you? I mean, I watched
Yeah,
that.
right. Like, you realize, Arnold Schwarzenegger really isn't that tough, right?
You know, if Arnold Schwarzenegger cuts all the skin off his arm, he's just going to scream.
Right.
He's not going to go like that and pull it out and look fucking cool. No, he's like, he's an old man at this point. We all know it's
Dude,
fake.
you should know. You should really follow him on Instagram. He's gotten a little crazy. He's a little crazy.
I'd love. I'll follow him.
Yeah, he's fun, but like him and like Anthony Hopkins and I think Sam Neill, like on Twitter, all of them have gotten old and a little senile, and it's like, all right, I like this.
I just want to hang out with Sam Neill. I feel like he has no fucks to give. It'd be fun. I only know a couple of your films, but I really respect you.
Yeah. Talk to him about in the Mouth of Madness. There you go.
Or Event Horizon.
Exactly.
So TLJ Screwjob, I have known most. I always knew because my cousins were into wrestling right before I was. They were the WCW kids. Like, oh, Sting's coming from the rafters. I'm like, that's kind of dumb. You would watch WCW, and I respect Tony Schiavone, but you listen to that, I'm like, what is happening here? You had these guys with terrible haircuts and shitty mustaches fighting and yelling and screaming at each other in a ring. I'm like, what is this? I only understood who Hulk Hogan was back then. But then I found the WWF, and here we are today.
Yeah, dude. My two cousins, they've broken more than a few bones reenacting a lot of those fucking moves.
Well, they clearly didn't read the part where it says "Don't try it at home."
Dude, they're like, I love them, but they're morons.
Tuck your chins, you dumbasses.
Yeah, unless you're taking the Styles Clash.
Yeah, you want to go the other way. So, AJ Journeyman, who was a good friend of the channel, says, so Andre the Giant was at most 6'10" based on what I read. Now, Andre the Giant has all sorts of myths and legends, so I thought a fun way, just a really great way to close out the show, would be a couple Andre the Giant facts. You guys ready to hear some?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So, he grew so fast, his own parents didn't recognize him.
Holy shit.
When Andre the Giant turned 14, he left home to seek employment and opportunities outside the boundaries of a rural farm community in France. At 19, he visited his parents for the first time, having already broken into the professional wrestling business. According to a 1981 Sports Illustrated profile, Andre had grown so dramatically in the interim, stretching to nearly 7 feet tall, that his parents did not recognize the stranger who knocked at their door. As Andre explained his career choice, they realized that they hadn't even seen him wrestle on television under his alias, or they had seen him wrestle under his alias on television, Jean Ferrer, without even knowing they had been watching their own son.
Damn.
He enjoyed moving cars as a prank. Andre's dimensions were the result of acromegaly, a disorder of the pituitary gland that causes uninhibited growth and hormone secretion. Because his body was so generous in its strength, Andre rarely, if ever, lifted weights for additional power. His resistance training seemed to come from the form of moving his friends' cars around during the night he was out drinking with friends. The smaller vehicles could be easily slid over to tight spaces or turned to face the opposite direction.
Wait, you know who I heard that from?
Who?
My mom, whose friend used to date him.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she told us. My mom told us that.
You told me about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The degrees of separation for certain people.
It's weird.
I mean,
Also,
there's your dad.
I would love to know how much it took him to get him drunk. That's what I want to know.
A shit ton.
lot.
Crazy. There are horror stories of how much beer and shit that he would drink.
That's nuts, man.
Here's a fun one. Andre the Giant had fun farting on opponents.
Yes. There's a story of when he was farting on Macho Man.
Yep.
Yeah, here's a Jake the Snake Roberts one. By most accounts, Andre was a jovial giant, content to playing cards, socializing, and enjoying the foods and drink of the successes afforded him. During the matches, he amused himself by stepping on opponents' long hair or wringing the sweat from his singlet onto their faces. In one bout, Jake the Snake Roberts recalled that Andre waited until Roberts was on the mat before he squatted down and unleashed his flatulence. This went on for like 30 seconds, Roberts said. Giant farts for extremely long periods of time. Yeah, the Princess Bride, he did that too. You okay? I'm okay, boss. All right, Andre.
God.
And here's our last one we'll read for tonight because this is a really fun one. He loved QVC. When he wasn't traveling for his wrestling engagements, Andre largely kept to himself in his North Carolina ranch home, which featured a tree growing through the middle of each of its 3 stories. Because shopping could be cumbersome, Andre grew fond of QVC, the home shopping channel that had launched in 1986. His friends recalled that Andre bought several steam cleaners and lots of porcelain butterflies from the channel.
Anybody want a butterfly? Oh my god!
Got a package here from QVC for Mr. The Giant.
First name Andre. Anybody though?
Hey, boss.
Oh, apparently I am Andre the Giant's lost son. So,
do you like QVC a lot too? Is that what
Do you have a thing for porcelain butterflies?
I'm a home shopping network guy, but you know,
there is a memory of us living together, randomly. Let's go run in the bar, have a few beers, and we ended up getting shit faced, and we take a picture in the bathroom of him standing there, and us just holding up a picture of Andre the Giant for no reason.
Let me see if I can find that real quick before we go off air. Let me read the super chat though. Where did the window just go? So from our friend Propanky, Helen Keller could have made a better Star Wars film than Rian Johnson. Love the content, and your dicks have inspired me to make content. Cream's gonna rise to the top. Ooh yeah.
Water, Helen.
Yeah, she had all that time hiding out in the attic. She would have been able to write all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. A lot of time there.
Thank you, Kendo. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
God, so I've been tagged in a bunch of photos recently, so it's going to take a second, but this will be worth it. Because, yeah, it's Dion and I, 4 in the morning?
No, it was like 2 in the morning. Yeah, it was like 2 right when it closed.
Oh, God, I still remember New Orleans where, he didn't even know he went out, but he sent you a bunch of Snapchats.
Mm-hmm.
That's the greatest. Those are moments in my life I will never get back.
Yeah, because Dion's like, man, I'm real tired. I don't know what happened. And you get a bunch of Snapchat chats of him eating waffles at a Waffle House down the street or some shit.
Well, he was like, "You got fun going out?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I miss Luhas so much.
Oh god, Luhas was the fucking best. I don't see the resemblance, but
I see it today. I mean, you look like if Andre the Giant just married a shorter white woman.
I mean, he did marry a shorter white woman, but whatever.
Or maybe even a shorter black woman. Whatever. I don't know how the combination works.
Color's got to come from somewhere.
There is some resemblance there. You are the father, man.
What do you guys think of William Shatner going to the WWE Hall of Fame?
I'm okay with it.
I mean, like WWE Hall of Fame. It's not like it's got any kind of special credence.
Yeah, it's no longer sacred. It's no longer a prestigious thing. It's like whatever. We'll throw him in there and a bag of frozen peas too. It's fine.
I'm just looking at this fucking photo. God, Dion, when you lived in that apartment, that was I lived there too. So when we lived in that apartment,
Oh, hang on. Darside comment right there. Andre and Idi Amin? ?
Oh,
Dion, are you the last king of Scotland?
Yes, I fought with the Scottish. Where James McAvoy watch the fuck out.
Oh, shit, pancake! Don't sit on my computer, buddy. All right, folks. Well, we got a cat here. Sorry. All right, buddy. So, folks, we are going to go. Tonight has been an awesome night. I'll admit, because of my sleep deprivation, I probably won't remember this podcast. So, I'm sorry.
That makes 2 of us.
So, I'll be back. Look, I'm going to have to push the Good Morning Pop Culture to Monday because of all the shit I'm going through right now. So, folks, thank you for watching. Check out... I almost told people to buy Subverse because I had the link still copied.
Yeah, go do that too.
One on that one. But check out the comic though. We're at the halfway mark. It's doing awesome, amazingly well, and it features all of us. So if you like our brand of humor, you had a good time talking about testicles and vaginas and everything else we got to tonight, this is the comic book for you. We're in it. Drawn by me, written by me. So we're gonna go. Is there anything you guys want to say before we put this baby to bed?
Free yayo.
Buy Dogecoin.
Giner.
Yeah. Giner. Yes, Joseph Yanowich. Yes, I do have a lot of it around. It's just hanging everywhere. So, thank you, Pancake. Thank you for being up there. So, folks, we're going to go. Thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com. Gash vagina.